Hello! Hello, friends! How is everybody doing today? Oh, wait. There you go.
Ignore that.
Well, this is a great start. Fantastic. I love it.
I mean, it wouldn't be us if we didn't... Okay, there we go. We didn't scuff the first 5 seconds of it.
There's no thing as scuff. Scuff doesn't exist. There's no such thing.
You should go back and watch our VODs.
I haven't actually watched well, other than the Minecraft. That was fantastic.
Oh.
That was basically peak streaming, was Minecraft. Yes, we have a new background. The new background is good and pretty, and I love it.
We even hid Tori in it.
You mean Tuzzy.
Oh, it's Tuzzy?
And Buck. Yes.
Hello, my name is Buck.
Buck is a good bean.
And I like to make movie references.
Let's see. So the new background has a bunch of variations, too? Oh, agree. Good to note that it does that. So I have the book version of it. I have... This is the other nice one here with a bunch of magazines and whatnot. But overall, I like this setup better with these rocks. They're very nice. They're pretty. I like them. They fill me with happiness.
All right, now I'm curious. What kind of magazines are they?
Oh.
Oh, that's no fun.
I haven't decided. You think I decide things?
Yes, I think you decide things when you put them up on your shelf. You're the one who bought them.
Both of you to remember that. Both of you to assume that I remember anything.
Who are you? What's your name? Yeah, graphic novels, exactly. I'm gonna assume one is Angel's Egg. I'm gonna assume
Heck yeah.
one is, I don't know, something about a dragon.
Dragon Half.
Ah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Dragon Half is a fantastic manga and anime. Just absolutely absurdist. I love it. So this is an AMA. Feel free to fire any questions that you want. Otherwise, we'll just, fill time because it's...
We're just... Yeah, if you don't want to hear us rambling on endlessly, you probably should ask something.
Unless that's what you're here for, in which case, you know what? Fair.
That is a threat, just so you know.
I feel like I need to adjust your color grading.
Am I too pink for you? Oh wow, now I'm green. Now I'm red. Blood for the blood god. How long have we known each other? Oh wow.
A lot.
Yeah, we've known each other for so many of the a lot.
Oh wow. We met in college, yeah. Which has been, an infinite number of time ago.
You want to hear the story about how we met?
There's 2 stories.
Heck yeah. And only one of them involved... Oh, wait, never mind. I shouldn't say that.
What now?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I haven't the slightest clue.
Yep.
Go ahead.
No, okay, I'm going to go ahead. Infinite. We're not that old. Thank you, Blue Elf. So... We originally met each other. Through video gaming, actually. We both went to the Rochester Institute of Technology, RIT, way back many eons ago, and we both started playing Counter-Strike on a local server there. And we started playing with or at least I started playing with the RIT tag as the RIT clan.
Yeah.
And when any time anybody asked us if they could join our Counter-Strike clan, we'd send them the admissions page at RIT. It's like, just sign up here and pay us a few $100,000.
And you too can join.
You too can join the RIT clan. And over a while... we'd start to see the same people start playing on the same server, and then I saw this. Is it okay to dox your old username?
Nah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll dox my old one because I don't use it anymore. It's so I was big into Tenchi at the time because I'm a fucking nerd. And
can confirm.
Yeah, I used to use the username RIT Sasami. and because I had this little
yeah.
spray of Sasami, she was jumping up in the air, cheering, and it had Ryo-Oki with her, and it said at the bottom, "Omaira okurasu," which is "I'm going to kill you." That's what I'd use as my spray.
Amazing. I
Yep.
don't even remember what I used.
I don't know. I don't even remember. I do remember setting Bob's one as something very yabai. You know what? I'm not going to continue that story. Anyway, so I was playing one day, and there was someone who was very, very, very much wanting to change the map to AS Forest,
which was actually
Yep.
next in the rotation anyways.
Yeah.
But
But-
I was getting wrecked that map, and I wanted to switch the maps because that would erase my stat line.
And so, this person who later I found was Jade, would be using the very random lightning effects that happen sporadically on the map we were on to murder themselves and usually other people because they get in a little totem and shout out, "This is for AS Forest." And this is really the first interaction I've ever had with Jade.
This was also back when you could play video games like Counter-Strike casually, like actually casually, and just hanging out with people. You can't do that in like Valorant, like or any other modern games. Like you can't just like join a server and talk to people and hang out. It's just physically impossible, right?
They gotta kill people. They got time to kill.
Yep.
Yeah. And so that's the first time I met them, and then we kind of chilled there on and off, and just shot each other in the face really a lot. And then what was it, like a week later? I don't know. I was wandering around going to class, and a mutual friend was like, "Oh, hey Jack, how you doing?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing well." And she turns and is like, "Oh yeah, by the way, this is the dumbass that keeps killing themselves in the game you're playing." And that's how, yeah, and that's how I was like, "Hey, hi." And then I said hi, and then I walked quickly away. And that was the start of a friendship, I guess.
And that was several months before I moved into your dorm room.
Yes, it's true.
I vividly have memories of meeting Jack at orientation and saying hi, but Jack denies this.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. So,
Oh.
I guess I was pretty stalked. Like, Jade had already set me up as this is the person I'm going to be friends with, and was just like, yes, okay, now I'm oh yeah, where am I going?
Well, I keep on learning this way to look at you because that's where you are in actual relation.
Yeah, that is true.
So I figured I probably should put you over there.
Oh, okay. No, put me above the table, please. Thank you.
There you go.
Yay.
I guess it kind of depends on the game you're playing, but also kind of does. Just like the modern style of games and matchmaking has made it so that like messing around in games is a lot less is really frowned upon nowadays. Like if you join a Dota game and you don't like if everybody tryhards. It's very noticeable in card games. Like even in casual Magic the Gathering, I've seen back when I was watching, at tabletop games like a couple years ago. Everybody tryhards. There's nobody with dumb casual decks that they just threw together because it'd be funny. Everybody has actual stuff. McDonald's Sprite, good or bad? I think that's gonna be for you since I don't really have such things.
You don't have McDonald's? Not in your cave system?
Not really. I mean, mostly carnivore still.
All right. So this is my secret recipe. I actually used to work at McDonald's. I've had a lot of random summer jobs. Like ever since I was 16, my dad's like, "Hey, guess what? You're getting a summer job. Get the out of my house." I was like, "Okay, Dad." So that's how I became. Like I mentioned the other day, I worked for a summer as a janitor. I've worked at McDonald's. I've worked at Walmart. I've worked at Kmart. I've worked as a fishmonger. That was weird. But so worked at a McDonald's for a while, and I would always load up half Sprite, half Barks root beer, and I called it Sprite with Bite because of the old commercials. Yeah, and I was like, "Yep, that's my drink." And I actually started half the whatchamacallit, the employees there on drinking half Sprite, half root beer.
That is wild.
Yeah. Oh, fishmonger stories. I got a bunch of those. So when I first started working there, they had me on the counter because I couldn't really cut the fish well, and I had a good old boy come up, and you could tell because he had a southern accent and a half.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was deep and thick, and he come up to the table, he go, "Hey, you know, get me them crawdad half pound." And I looked at him and I said, "What?
What? What is
I need damn half pound crawdad." And it took me like 3 times before the manager comes over and he goes, he's asking for crayfish. And I was like, "Oh, you would like crayfish? Okay, let me hook you up there." and that's how I learned what crawdads were. Oh, another fun story from there. I never really ate fish myself much, and the other employees there knew it, and but people would come up and they would be like, "Oh, what do you recommend? Do you recommend this? Do you recommend that?" And I have to say something because I can't just go, I don't know anything about fish, ma'am. Don't mind that I work at a fishmonger place. So I had to just absolutely pull stuff out of my rear end. And so I was like, "Oh yeah, you know, this fish," because I actually, you know, I looked it up a bit and so I had something to say. And I ended up selling this woman some stark shakes.
What?
Shark steaks.
Stark shakes.
Stark shakes.
Stark shakes.
Yep. That would actually. What do you think a shark shake would taste like?
Shark shake?
Yeah, shark shake.
Shark shake.
It'd probably be blue. It'd have to be blue.
It would have to be blue.
Yeah.
I have to imagine it would taste like the it would taste like blue, wouldn't it? It would just taste like, you know, blue
has
flavoring.
a very distinct flavor.
Yeah, blue flavoring.
So anyway, I eventually sold this woman some shark steaks, and after she had left and they were out of ear range, one of my coworkers comes up to me and looks at me and goes, "You goddamn liar. You have never had a shark steak in your life. What are you talking about?" I was like, "Yeah, but that's what the recommendation said online, so that's what I went with."
There you go. There you go.
Also got to meet Radar from MASH there.
Oh.
Yeah, he came in the store once and was like, ordered some fish. I don't even remember what it was. But I remember the manager coming around and is just like, "Oh, hey, you know, so-and-so is coming in here and he just wants to shop and doesn't want anybody to be like, 'Oh, can you take a picture?' And I guarantee you, like, most of your audience isn't going to even know who Radar from MASH is, but that's okay. But he was a popular actor, and it was kind of cool because he had a little hood up, like he was trying to be all sneaky.
Nice. I once sat next to Screech from Saved by the Bell.
Really?
Yeah, it was at a Benihana's. I don't remember where it was. It wasn't in the U.S.
I have not heard good stories about him as a person.
He didn't seem great. I mean, I didn't recognize him. He told me who he was, and I was like, okay.
Okay.
I don't
That's
care.
Nice. That show is relevant decades ago. Who? Did Screech pull a knife on you?
He had a knife, because we were at a restaurant. But I suppose no.
What? Why?
Yeah, good for you, Mr. Screech. It's basically my response. He was also, like, simultaneously texting a partner out loud while roughly simultaneously, flirting question mark with his agent question mark. I don't know. You good?
Yeah, I hurt myself.
What did you do?
I kicked the stool.
Why did you do that?
I don't know.
Why?
It hurts. but don't let me interrupt your story. I'm just gonna be in pain.
I mean, that's about the whole story. Like, there was really very little about it aside from the fact that he wanted to talk about himself, and I just didn't care. I just wasn't impressed because I wasn't huge, but I was in stage acting at the time. It's just like, okay. And he's like, oh yeah, well, I've been doing some stage acting. I'm like, all right, same, but I don't want to get into it because, like, I don't think you care. I don't think you care about my career roughly equal to the amount that I definitely don't care about your career. But you're a lot more intent on telling me about yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Like, crazy times.
Yeah.
You ever had a knife pulled on you?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Couple times, actually.
Oh, I have a good story about someone pulling a knife.
I have a story of a dude pulling a knife cane on me.
Oh, well, that's not really, like, what, was the cane, like, a foot tall? Like, how can it be a knife cane?
It was a long blade.
That would make it a sword.
Possibly, but
With
was
all your
drawn-
pontificating, I don't think you'd realize that.
I get bugged. This is true. This is 100% true. I made fun of somebody online. I pressed the warn button on AOL Instant Messenger. That's a joke for the over 40 audience. And he literally came over to my dorm with a knife cane. Biggest nerd you've ever seen. Like, absolutely. And he drew it at me with intent. Like, he was livid. Like, I had to explain to him, hey, bunch of people watched you walk in here. If you do anything, we're seen, and you will get expelled. Because I knew he wouldn't actually sweat at all for, hurting me or, like, any other.
He wasn't going to feel remorse.
No. But telling him that he might be expelled, threatening his career, that got through. And they kind of knew it would, so it was like one of those, social engineering things where it's like, okay, what can I say to actually get out of this?
My story is a little more simpler. So there is a Walmart down near where I work, and everybody calls it the Stab Mart because if you go there, you're probably going to get stabbed. There are a lot of muggings outside that Walmart, and so one of the guys I knew from work, he went down there, and I mean, he didn't say anything, but like a day later, he actually had a knife that he was playing with, and we asked him, was like, hey, where'd you get that knife? And he's like, oh, a guy tried mugging me 2 days ago, and I punched him out and took his knife.
We're like, absolute legend.
Are you
Wow.
kidding me? You have to report that.
No.
You can't just do that.
I mean, you can.
He did.
Honestly, I think that's a better solution. Free knife, exactly.
Yeah, free knife.
I personally think that's a better way of handling the situation.
I mean, that knife probably has a history to it, and it probably should be evidence somewhere. But yes, free knife.
I agree. I agree with Bill here.
Well, I mean, I didn't mean report it to the cops. I meant report it to the local security team. But yeah.
Report it to the mall cops.
Just bragging, like, hey, I got this free knife. Oh, gosh.
Jeez.
Remember that time we took over an Applebee's and we had them put cartoons on the wall? That was fun.
That was.
We may or may not have been very intoxicated.
Mildly.
Yes, Blue Elf was actually with us at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We.
That's right, Will. You're getting dragged into this.
Actually, one of my favorite restaurant stories came from Jade here.
And like, yeah, some attendees, some staff, and when I say staff, I mean actors. When I say actors, I mean you guys know what I mean. There was and one of these dudes, solid like 6'6", 6'8", like roughly 2 meters tall, like a huge lad. And the waitress goes up to him and says, and like the waitress is nervous. The waitress is terrified. What would you like, sir? And the guy goes, meat. What kind? Oh, okay, one steak. How would you like it? So, and the dude looks at her, looks away, looks back at her, pulls out a coin, flips the coin, looks at it, looks back at her. Cooked. Oh.
I'm so jealous of that story. I tell it myself until it was me. Yeah.
And like,
how do you want it? Cooked. Yes.
And like, honestly, if he wasn't as stacked as he was, we probably would have gotten thrown out. But I'm pretty sure they were scared to say anything.
A great time.
It was phenomenal. Yeah, toss down any questions. Otherwise, we'll talk about like dumb anime convention stuff. Can't stop us. You can't.
Yeah.
You can very easily. Cooked. Not the first time, not the last time that they've been.
Oh, that's a good question there. How close have I been to Jade's nuts? Well, I mean, there is this cup of almonds right here.
Wasabi almonds.
Yeah, they're wasabi almonds, so I'd say maybe about a foot from the wasabi almonds. Just, yeah. Good question, though. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, you should probably give that man a raise. I see he's one of your mods.
Where's the ban? Remove.
Pin message. Yes.
No. Arigato.
About to punch beat. Double his salary. Hell yeah, Bill. Yeah, I'm talking that. Oh yeah. In high school, my roommate, he once punched his monitor so hard that literally all it was an imprint of his fist in the center of his monitor. And that's just how he had to live the rest of his days there, with a fist print into his monitor. So I highly suggest you don't do that. It distorts everything.
Wouldn't that have been a CRT monitor back then?
Fuck off.
What?
It wasn't a CRT monitor. It was a laptop, you asshole.
Oh, it's a laptop.
No, it didn't have vacuum tubes.
What? I used a CRT monitor past, like, for a long time after college. It's a good monitor. I liked it. Why are you, what?
Yeah, I'm judging here right now. This is the look of judgment.
No, stop it.
Oh, damn. Smashing desks. Hulk smash.
I've never actually broken a controller. Like, outside of, like, wear and tear.
I've never broken a controller, but someone has broken a controller for me. Actually, I think it was you.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You threw that controller hard, man.
I don't... I don't remember like ever throwing a controller.
I remember it distinctly because I was surprised that you did it.
I have no memory of this.
You were down at my place, and we were playing Heaven or Hell Battle 1. And I was playing that little magical girl thing. I had gone to work, and you were practicing all day with Squirrel Girl.
Oh, what?
Yeah, yeah, and the Squirrel Girl in there. And I came back home, and we were playing a few games, and I kind of wrecked you in one battle, and I guess you just got frustrated because you were practicing earlier, and he just like tossed the controller. And it didn't like fully break; it just kind of chipped a bit. But
I only vaguely remember that situation.
I remember it distinctly because I was like, "Oh, maybe we should play something else."
I believe you, but like, huh.
Was it Guilty Gear? Was Guilty Gear the one with the squirrel? No, it was BlazBlue. Thank you, Blue Elf. It was BlazBlue. You are correct. It was one of the many versions of BlazBlue. Canonically unbeatable. Not that Squirrel Girl. It was a different Squirrel Girl. You think it was BlazBlue Blue? Blue the Blow.
Blue, blue, blue.
Blue, blue, blue.
Blue, 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 blue.
I see Kel's also here in chat.
Hi.
Unfortunately, yeah, see, Alpha was, or Jade, it was supposed to go out and take the dog for a walk, take Kel for a walk, but Kel wouldn't leave his computer. It was sad.
Tragic. Greatest tragedy of the era.
For those of you who don't know, Caledon was actually one of my former roommates. I was a sad doggo. Oh, poor sad doggo.
The saddest doggo. It's okay. You're a good doggo.
There were many belly rubs. So, top game you played on channel.
Top game I played on channel?
Yep. Minus Final Fantasy VI.
Fair. Because that almost gets a freebie.
Yeah. I want to make this hard on you. Hard, as in difficult.
Why do you be like, okay, hi Ripley, save me.
Hi Ripley. Bloodborne.
So as far as like the channel goes, okay, favorite games I've played on the channel would probably be Bloodborne and Elden Ring, but like I don't think that those are the best.
Bloodborne.
Those aren't necessarily the best things that I feel represent the channel the best. Like those aren't the best streams, you know? Like
obviously I wasn't on those.
I feel honestly like Chicory. Chicory is my go-to answer for what my best content was, the best things that I've made.
Really, it wasn't that what game
or
was
the
that?
Lion Song.
What was that game that had that trans person on it and that got you crying?
That was the Lion Song, yeah.
Oh, that was Lion Song?
That was the Lion Song. Fantastic game. I loved it. But Chicory is like, that's my answer for what I feel like was the best streams and what represents the channel the best. And I loved it. I had a lot of time. No, Ripley, no, please, no. Oh my gosh, that stream was so awful.
Are we gonna get a Forza stream in the future?
Oh,
we were talking about games that you'd be doing next.
Oh.
We could put Cola on, and you guys could have a car review, and Cola could talk endlessly about his STI.
Actually, that sounds phenomenal. Well, I won't know. I will let Cola do the talking, and I will just be there for memes. Actually, that could be worth it. But no, Drift. What was it even called? Drift something. I genuinely don't remember. That was the
Tokyo
worst.
Drift?
No, the Absolute Drift.
Absolute. Oh, that's like that top-down thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is STI a car? Yes. An STI is a car. You're thinking an STD.
No, STI it can mean infection too.
What kind?
Oh.
Well, well, obviously, if you can't support your,
True.
yeah, there you go.
But yeah, that game assumes that you know how drifting works. It just, like, the game straight out of the gate, right out of the bar, assumes that you know how drifting works on a mechanical level, and if you don't, then get bent, I guess. Like, there's virtually nothing in there in terms of actually teaching how to play it. I was so confused.
Although I will say, that hasn't been Jade's favorite game on the stream. Jade's favorite game on the stream was this South Korean war simulator that they played for like an hour before
War game, yeah.
rage quitting it and formatting their hard drive rather than just deleting the game.
It wasn't rage, it was confusion. I just didn't know what was going on. I wasn't like I was angry or mad, I was just confused.
The North Koreans were coming in handing you your scaly butt is what was happening.
And, like, the game took place over in the Koreas, but it was actually, I'm pretty sure it was a European game.
Oh yeah, no, it was South Korea versus North Korea, which was the scenario. And I remember watching you, and I remember watching like the troops come down, and like all these generals. Hey, you know this thing is fallen, and you couldn't even figure out how to deploy your troops.
I had no idea.
A Harley racing game? I don't remember a Harley racing game.
No, I don't think so. I mean, Harleys don't race; they scrape. You literally cannot like take a turn on a Harley, or you'll scrape the frame. Like
Harleys drive forward, drive forward, and drive loud. That's pretty much how they go. Have I been creeping closer to you? Like every time I look over, I see my character just kind of like.
Sorry to everybody's ears.
Wait. Yeah. Jade is good marinade teriyaki sauce. I recommend Blizzard and teriyaki sauce. Skewers, especially. Jade is a absolute great person for being skewered.
Wait.
Yeah, just skewered and covered in sauce.
Moving on. Anyways, that we. Nope. Anyways, please, someone ask any question, anything. Please save me, chat. Save me, chat.
Graphic. I only know one way, Cal, and you know that.
Help. I made a terrible mistake.
Why did I tell Jack that he could say anything he wants? This is only gonna end horribly.
Ooh, favorite pizza.
Favorite pizza? I didn't even see that. Oh, there it is.
My favorite pizza is the keto pizza. It's chicken.
The keto pizza.
Yeah, it's chicken and Parmesan and egg for the crust, and then instead of sauce you put on buffalo sauce and mozzarella cheese, and it's delicious.
It's chicken Parmesan. It's what it is.
It's basically chicken
Parmesan. Chicken Parmesan with buffalo sauce.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it.
But for me, the cock-a-doodle-doo pizza from either, where is it? Like Pizza Hut, or there's a place nearby me called Hungry Howie's, and it's just cheese, some white sauce, chicken, bacon, and tomatoes, and it is excellent. And I love it because Hungry Howie's, they also have a crust little thing they do to it, and you get that with like the butter garlic crust.
I've had that, and it is delicious. I can confirm.
Hello, Kirix.
Did I say hello to everybody in chat? I think I did. But
I'd love to say hello to everybody in chat, but according to chat, not even we're in there.
Hello, Blue Elf and Tuzzy. Hello, Muffy. Hello, Blue Sarme.
Blood with Sarame?
Bill Guisarme.
Oh, Bill Gasarme.
Yeah.
I was the Blood with Gasarme. That
Hello,
sounds
Jak
like
Shadows. Hi.
an Italian
Hi, how you
dish. Hi.
Hello, Kel, and hello, Ripley, and hello, Weasley, and hello, Kirix.
Okay, I'm gonna slaughter the heck out of this one. Suvalaki pizza? Suvalki.
Suvalaki.
Suvalaki.
Sounds very...
You
that
get
sounds,
to get the Suvalaki pizza.
I don't know, sounds more Finnish to me. Suvalaki. Suvalaki pizza.
I will answer to. I will also answer to blood. Everybody answers to blood.
I have no idea what Suvalaki pizza is, but it sounds Finnish, which sounds awesome.
I mean, and I love to finish pizzas.
There, yep, that's the joke.
Yep,
You found
yep,
it.
yeah.
Hey, it's Greek.
It's a Greek rip. Just kebabs.
Kebab. I've never had a Suvalaki. It's true.
I've
never heard of it.
Yeah, I've never even heard of a Suvalaki. We'll just we'll put that down. Maybe we'll find something.
Oh, Tuzzy, you forgot to put Tuesday on the list. Tuzzy keeps a list of strange things that people have called them.
Oh. Well, let me expand that list right now. U-Tuesday. Kind of like YouTube, but U-Tuesday.
Oh, Tuzzy does it for YouTube. It's true. I can confirm that.
Tuesday.
Tuzzle.
Don't make me tuzzle.
This is bully Tuzzy time.
we were just bullying Jade, so now we'll go after Tuesday.
It's fair.
Why don't you tell with ASEN coming up? Why don't you tell the story of whatchamacallit, Kazekon?
That was the worst thing. That was hilariously bad.
Have you ever wanted to be to a 1-year convention that just kind of failed so hard it opened up and started a black hole that barely anybody even remembers that it was on?
Yeah, apparently people have stripped it from their memories too.
Yeah.
It was a convention out in it was in the Chicago area, right?
Yeah, it was somewhere around here.
Yeah. So it was out in the No, not Kamikaze-Con. It was just Kaze-Con. It was just WinCon.
No, I mean, it Kamikaze is...
It would make sense.
Yeah, good name.
But yeah, it was a train wreck. Every single department was staffed by people who had never staffed a convention before, except for me.
Apparently.
So, yep. That's about it. It was I literally had to get some of the guests, I don't remember who it was, drunk to convince them to be willing to go on stage. It was there was no real security, so dealers were like, oh, some dude stole from us, and the staff was like, oh, what should we do about it? What were some of the other things there? Well, there was one of the video rooms ran without a video feed. That was amazing. You can tell that side.
Oh, no, I think it was out without an audio feed. It was, we were hooking up a computer, and, we're hooking up a computer, and, we wanted to show anime, obviously, it was a video room, and we couldn't figure out why we couldn't get any audio.
Mm-hmm.
So we kept trying different ways, okay, maybe if we route it through here, maybe if we, maybe this is muted, maybe this program is causing an interrupt. And then Jade decided that they were going to just...
isolate the audio.
Yep, they were just going to start unplugging things. So Jade unplugs the audio cable, and suddenly we have audio. How unplugging the audio cable from the speakers made the audio come on.
This was not like an HDMI situation. This was genuinely just a
Yeah.
An act of God.
Yeah, pretty much.
I disconnected it, and I disconnected the audio entirely, and then we had audio and no, I had disconnected the video entirely, and we had audio and video playing.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Just pure gremlin work. Just ridiculousness. I also got into a sub versus dub debate with with somebody who I did not realize at the time was a voice actor. Who was it?
Blue hair voice.
I'm trying to remember their name.
Yeah,
I can't think of it. I just remember their.
It's probably the same voice actor that goes to every convention.
I'm just skimming the voice actors to see who I recognize.
You're gonna have to like anime voice actor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
I'll recognize it the moment I see him.
You got a long list to go through.
Well, yeah.
And Google has already given up. And yes, Kel, that when Jade had that rollout incident, that was probably one of the highlights on the stream ever. Just the, oh, surely nothing will go wrong now. Bam, 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 bam. And Jack, what? I called you a bunch of things. I think I called you Tuzi.
That was it. It was Greg Ayres.
Oh wow, you actually found him.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty decently sized in his day. Yeah, I didn't realize it was Greg Ayres at all.
What has Greg Ayres done? I'm curious now. Gintama? No, can't be Gintama.
Shenmue. Yeah, he can Tama. Kamui.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was
Black Cover, My Hero Academia. Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff. He's a good voice actor.
Yeah, go down. I'm just kind of curious what he was doing back when you told him that he inadvertently sucks.
No, he was not like that.
I called you Tuzi, like YouTube. Kokoro. Oh, we did Kokoro Connect? I love that show.
Mm-hmm.
When was Kazekon?
I don't know.
God, it must have been... No, I was out...
Anyways, there was a couple people talking about subs and dubs and blah, 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 blah. And people were talking about the, yeah, like, just the normal stuff that people used to debate about anime back in, you know, the early, the late 2000s, early 2010s, whenever, it was sometime around then. And I tossed my 2 cents into the ring, which ended up, you know, which is my valid opinion, which is that the American, well, the English, I should say, but, you know, American in this case, the American voice actors don't have the original director. You don't have the original director or direction notes from Japan. That's the reason that I like to watch the subtitled anime, because there is a disconnect between the original authorial intent and what the voice actors are who are doing in English are performing. They don't have, you know, that sort of I don't want to say oversight, but that sort of directorial intent, I guess, is just really the best way of phrasing it. And I didn't realize I was actually talking to Greg Ayres. I didn't recognize him. I had only met him like one time before, and it was not in a professional setting. So, so he responds, and he starts responding like, "Well, yeah, as a voice actor, because like I hadn't really done voice acting then. I was only doing stage at that point." And so then he was like, "Yeah, well," and he starts talking about the industry side of things, and I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute, you actually know what you're talking about." Oh gosh. Which was just a lot of fun, frankly. But him responding in like an actual, you know, here's my, you know, like professional response, as opposed to the normal anime, well, stuff. Like, it was like, oh, okay, this is an actual conversation now. Nice.
Oh no, They have points, and they make salient points.
Yeah.
All right. Blue Elf gives a great question. Goku versus Tamahome. I've never seen that particular pairing before, but opinions. I mean, come on, Jade. I know you have opinions.
Goku can die, and as long as Miyaka's alive, Tamahome cannot. And as long as Miyaka's around, then Tamahome wins eventually, and Goku would never attack Miyaka. Bam. Solved. Problem.
Fair.
No contest.
10 out of 10, no notes.
Mm-hmm. Like, Goku would not attack Miyaka. Tamahome cannot die because as long as the Phoenix Blessing is upon him. Done.
You know, I'll be honest, it's been so long since I've seen Fushigi Yugi, I completely forgot the plot. All I knew it was just Miyaka, Tamahome, and huge reverse harem.
Mm-hmm. In Kyrix, that's completely valid. It's like there's nothing wrong, and I even at the back when that was the debate, there's nothing wrong with watching anime dubbed. Subs are more accurate to the literal translation and more accurate to the original authorial intent. Dubs have to jump through a lot of hoops, but end up, like you say, being more accurate to the intent many times. Nowadays, less so back then. Nowadays, they'll go as far as to redo some of the mouth flaps to get the things to sync up right to the English actors. Like that just didn't happen back then. You just had to hope you could land the timings perfectly.
I actually have my television set up to explode if you try to play dubbed anime on it. I'm not as accepting as Jade.
And yes, watching in Japanese, watching in English with Japanese subtitles is actually very interesting. Like you can see a lot of fun stuff there.
Yeah, I will agree though, Blue Elf. There are definitely some dubs that are just so bad. I enjoy it, and that's how I originally watched it, and that's like the old Tenchi Muyo. Man, I can't think of watching that subbed anymore because the old Cartoon Network stuff. It's just too ingrained in me.
El Hazard had a fantastic dub, and moreover, El Hazard had a fantastic localization. They actually re-localized it for the North American release, and it was actually really good.
I remind you, the El Hazard dub had a statement of, "Do you got nuts, son? Like cantaloupes?" That was in the El Hazard dub. Just reminding you.
The prophecy said there would be a princess. It said nothing about a queen.
Oh, I'll admit that line really made it.
Cross-dressing jokes.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You know, I will say though, my television has blown up a few times, so it's kind of standard.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Oh no! I just got sent a message privately by Tuzi about the entire list of everything they've been called.
Oh no.
Oh wow. Oh wow. That is a lot. You've got quite a list there. And I mean, how many of these are secretly Pokemon names that you just kind of added in there to see if people are paying attention? Be honest now.
Just look at me that. I'll read them out loud. I will do a dramatic reading of Tuzzy's many names.
Oh, a dramatic reading?
Dramatic.
Right.
The most dramatic.
Copy image. Where are you? There you are.
I mean, it's not like, it just says to put it in chat. I just can't find it right now. Zuzzy, Tubsy, Yuzi, Tawuzzy, Tuxy, Roxy, Suzy, Tizu, Tiuz, Tuzi, Tubby, Tuzzy Wuzzy, Tuzzy, Tuzzy, Tumsy, Tue, Tui, Tubuzi, Buzzy, Fuwuzi, Tuhi, Ruhi, Ruzi, Tuzi. A lot of these really do just pronounce as Tuzzy, honestly. Like, the spelling changes more than anything else. Tuzzy Dubby, Cuzzy, Tuzzo, Tuzzy, Zizi, Twozy, Trozy, Trizo, Dobby, Tubby Dobby, Wazi, Tuz, Jacuzzi, Buzzy Tuzzard, Towel, a Buzz Buzz, Tuzzy, Tuz Buzz Lightyear. I'm doing what I can, mate.
It's Buzz Lightyear. It's Buzz Lightyear. That's an English word.
I know. That's right. I'm slipping into weird pronunciations, and I'm not.
You're
I'm not
slipping into
getting out of it.
Klingon is what you're slipping into.
Tuzzle Bruzzle, Cutie Tuzzy, Tuzze, Tuzzle, Tuzzificus Maximus, Tuzcantazon, Tuzzalina, Toozy Booty, Tuzzy Buzzya, You Tuzzy, You Toozy, Buzzy Wuzzy, Tuzzy Bear, Zuby.
So I gotta ask, Tuzzy, why are you a picture of a fox when you call yourself a buzzard? That seems like it doesn't quite scan.
I actually have wondered that, but
and also when Jade had started, all I could think of is Tuzzy Wuzzy was a fox. Tuzzy Wuzzy had no fox. But you know, it doesn't rhyme because hair.
No.
But yeah. Buzzards are foxes? Yeah. I'm pretty sure
Xbox auto names.
Oh. Oh no. Tuzzy was named by Microsoft.
I still have an account somewhere that was something fawn in Xbox. I don't. Gosh. I never actually
like a baby deer?
Yeah.
Oh.
I never actually had an Xbox.
Well, then how did you have an Xbox name?
For Windows Gaming, I had downloaded some games on Windows Gaming Live.
Yeah, but no one actually uses that, and
True.
So I don't believe you.
That was how I got was how I bought a copy of Fallout 3. Yeah, Fallout 3. My first copy of that was on Games for Windows Live. I still have the disc somewhere.
AOL named you Bill? I mean, that seems very handy. Not the... Well, what name then? This is a polearms joke?
Yes, Grisame is a polearm.
Ah. I guess...
And so is a bill.
Oh, and so is a bill?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I always thought those were things that birds had, but I guess that shows me.
It's a series of events. I see.
I had my AOL messaging name was Avoiding People because I was...
No. It was aviating people.
Yeah, I was getting to that. Thank you. But I was really young and was avoiding my girlfriend because I didn't want to talk to her. Because I was a little shit back then. And
as opposed to now, clearly.
Yeah. And so I made the new nickname, and I was like, Avoiding People. And I was like, wow, I was surprised that I was able to get that. And then it was a week later when I realized I spelled it wrong. And how did it was a... I think I put the I and the O, and I mixed them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was... Aviating people?
Aviating people.
Aviating people. Yeah,
no. I thought about that every single time that we messaged. Aviating people.
Aviating people. Yep. And so that's how I came to use that. I was still using that when I was messaging you. Holy cow! I did that in high school.
We are ancient.
Yeah, seriously.
Back in my day.
Why is Jade if Jade is blue? And that, you know what? That's a very good question.
It is a good question. Next question. No,
Now you're on the spotlight. I'm not letting this one go.
that's fair. So my model was made by Remexen, as was much of the design. I gave the inspiration stuff for what the model, what I wanted, and Remexen did a fantastic job of interpreting that and creating the model and going with the blue color palette. You sort of incorporating the trans flag colors into it. I love it. I just think the name Jade is pretty, and I wanted to use it, and I kind of use it as my regular name now. Like that's actually just thing that people call me. So
you should get contacts. Green eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've tried contacts before. They do not work well. I've done a lot of cosplay, I've tried the contacts thing.
Have you ever touched your eyeball? It's really hard.
It's very uncomfortable, very unpleasant.
Yes.
Do not recommend.
I see some people, they just go, and I'm like, you are a psychopath.
Do not put quarters in your eyeballs.
Yes. Why quarters specifically?
There was something in Uncomfy Zone.
Yeah, well, that sounds like it was in the right spot.
Mm-hmm. But no, yeah, the name and the is not related to the color, or it's just a name of a rock. But I just think it's a pretty name. It's really what it boils down to.
This is pretty. You will call me this.
Yes, I like this name. It sounds pretty.
My name actually is a literary reference, and a lot of people don't actually get it. Some people, like I was playing 14 with somebody, and I must have been playing on and off with him for like a few years now, and then all of a sudden he's like, wait a minute, is this a literary reference from this book? And I was like, yeah, and he's like, man, I love that book. I hate that it took me a couple years to figure it out what it means.
1 sec.
Okay, 1 second.
I'm still alive.
Oh, we're still live? Okay. Goodbye, Jade. Alright. Okay, now we've entered the Jak Shadows zone. Oh, dang. I was hoping to take over the stream, but Jade was only stepping away to jump into the hot springs and get some more water.
Water, good.
Yes, water, much good. What book? Come on, Bill. Take a guess. Jak Shadows. Yeah, the hint is that it's spelled J-A-K.
Mm-hmm.
Jak ruined. All right, if you're gonna narc on me, I'm sorry, we can't have this relationship. I am actually really good with ruining everything.
Jak and Daxter. Oh man, I wish. It's honestly, I don't think it's that. Having read every single one of the 13 books in the series, and there's your hint, by the way. Yeah. I don't actually think the books are that great.
Really? I love the part where they adjusted their skirt or pulled on or pulled on their braid. Yeah, I remember that part.
Wow. And the rampant misogyny.
Yeah. How do I write women? Oh, you don't need to worry about that.
They don't.
And yes, Jak and Dexter is.
Oh my god, how did I miss that?
Yeah, there he goes. Yeah. So many people just absolutely miss their
blind spot it. Like I understand. I tried to repress most of those books too, but
Yep, Wheel of Time is correct.
Mm-hmm. Those books had a couple of good ideas and 10,000 too many words.
It was a fun series. Like if you didn't want to go through Tolkien describing every goddamn tree branch he passed by, Wheel of Time was a decent alternative. Because things happened.
Once in a while. It's still pretty...
Jak is actually a pretty big slacker because Jak has not actually watched the Amazon series of Wheel of Time yet. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things. But I have been trying to catch up on the Marvel stuff on Disney Plus because Blue Elf has been threatening my life if I don't. And so...
That's why we watched Arcane.
No, you watched Arcane because I was threatening your life.
Yeah, same with the direction.
I actually messaged Jade one day and I said, now begins the phase of our friendship where I incessantly ask you if you've watched Arcane yet, until you watch Arcane. And then Jade went and watched Arcane, because Jade knows that I will not let this go.
Well, that night I had been meaning to watch it, and
Blue Elf kind of dipped out there for a moment, and we was able to blame everything on him.
Yep.
Bill's narking on me again.
There
Look
again.
at
It's not the
Jeez, man.
not the first time.
Wow, twice in one night. But Jade, or what was I saying?
I have no idea what you were saying.
Oh yeah, Blue Elf. Just so you know, I actually did finish Hawkeye, and I gotta say, WandaVision still the best one. Hawkeye wasn't bad. I think yeah, minor spoilers for Hawkeye. I think they kind of jumped the gun on accepting the Padawan, but overall it wasn't bad.
Honestly, Tuzzy, like, yeah, I consider like everybody in the Discord server a family, but also my family is also these Jak Shadows and Blue Elf.
Yeah, if you see the little the wrench, yeah. Yeah, WandaVision is still the best. Oh, the Dresden novels. You know, I was thinking about getting into those, but then I realized I barely have time to watch the stuff I want to watch, so I never actually got into it. But I've heard good things like that, and I've always been kind of curious about Supernatural because there is a lot of people on the internet that will not stop talking about Supernatural. Read verses. Dresden versus what? I'm not familiar with Supernatural's trash. You be careful. You can't really say that on the internet because people. Yeah. Are you?
Yes. No. I'm going to take what you said out of context. Supernatural is trash. Highly recommended. That right there, I know that's not the order of the words that you meant to say, but I'm going to change it around because if you put those words in that order, then I think you're onto something. Supernatural is trash. Highly recommend.
Yeah. Kind of like Aramanga Sensei. Aramanga Sensei is trash. Highly recommend it. Alex Versus. I'm not familiar with Alex Versus. I'm familiar with Scott Pilgrim versus that. God, I watched that movie and I must have then went out, bought it, and watched it 2 more times because I love that movie.
People keep on forgetting that you're supposed to not like the character.
Virus. Oh, it doesn't even say versus. Wow.
Words are hard.
Yeah, words. Like we've already established that numbers. Yeah. Alex Virus. Alex Virus? Is that kind of like aloe vera? I've spread that on my skin once.
Scott Pilgrim is a good show, but you are supposed to recognize that the main character is not...
He's not supposed to be a good person.
He's not sympathetic. You're not supposed to like the main character and cheer for him. You're supposed to look at him and shake your head and go, geez. But so many people will be like, man, that person's a hero. I want to be like them. I want to find a pretty blue-haired girlfriend. It's just like... buddy, that's not what the movie's about. That's not the point.
The movie is about him, growing as a person,
or failing to in many cases. Yeah.
Exactly. Although I will say it has one of my favorite parts. It wasn't in the movie; they put it in the manga only, and it was Ramona leaning up against Scott, and she says, "You're the nicest guy I've ever met." And Scott turns to her and goes, "That's really kind of sad."
Yeah. It's like a good comparison line, and I'm going to date myself here, but, well, no one else here is dating me, so... The other one that's a lot like that would be Married with Children. Like, you're not supposed to cheer for the husband in that show. You're supposed to look at him and shake your head in disgust. Or even Homer Simpson. Like, you're not supposed to be like, yeah, that's relatable. It's like, no, it's not supposed to be relatable. It's supposed to be sad. You're supposed to be laughing at him. Why aren't you laughing?
So I pulled up the picture of Alex Verus, and I gotta say, it's kind of giving me Twilight vibes.
Yo,
doesn't that look kind of Twilight?
Okay, I'm in. What's that about? Tell me more.
It powers about save states. So apparently you can just be like save and then load.
Interesting.
I will say though, the wife in Married with Children, she later became Leela from Futurama.
True.
So yeah, I highly respect Futurama.
She made
I
the
love
jump from
Futurama.
physical actor to voice actor.
And all the better for it,
Mhm.
because Futurama is probably one of the best American cartoons ever. Fight me.
Dogs in Space is pretty fantastic.
Dogs in Space is pretty fantastic, but they haven't even finished their first season. We gotta see what the end of the first season.
True. Yeah,
entails.
we're gonna watch the rest of that after this. That's our plan. We're gonna watch Dogs in Space.
Dogs. They also have a really catchy theme, and I've been kind of humming along with that.
The theme absolutely slaps.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Even the puppy one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, best sitcom, go.
Of all time,
American.
Dinosaurs.
All right, I'll accept that.
That was a great show.
That was a great show for its time,
Mm-hmm.
and oh my god, the whole not the mama thing well outstayed its welcome.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
like the core show itself was really well written. Like the jokes landed, the characterization flowed. Like there was never any big, I don't want to say plot holes, but like there was never these moments where a character's acting completely out of personality for a bit. Like it just worked really well. You?
Oh god, I you know what? I was being really quiet and hoping you wouldn't ask. I mean, How I Met Your Mother started kind of decently, and then it just kind of dragged on forever.
Yeah, kind of circled the drain for a while. Didn't it?
Yeah, but every single scene with what's something Harris? What's the actor's name?
Mm.
Doogie Howser.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I know,
him.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, him.
Patrick Scott. Patrick's name.
Yeah.
Neil Patrick.
Neil Patrick
I knew there was a
Harris.
Patrick in there.
Yeah, I got the Harris part. He got the Patrick part.
We
Bam.
nailed it.
Yeah.
First try.
Yep, first try every time. Yeah, everything with Neil Patrick Harris in it,
Mhm.
excellent. He really did a good job. You know what's really a good show? It's something called shoot. It's like Bill and Mary or something. And it's something my mom was like, "Hey, go watch this." And it's just a sitcom about these two really overweight people, but at no point does the show ever actually take the low road about their weight.
Nice.
Yeah, and I was actually, this is actually kind of a funny show. He
know-
was a cop and she was a seamstress, I think.
There was one show that was a stopped clock. Like there was one show where the person who made it has made so many terrible things. But Stephen Moffat did a good job with coupling.
You know what?
It's like the only thing Stephen Moffat did that actually was undeniably pretty solid.
No, I'm gonna have to fight you on this. Have you ever seen Don't Blink episode of Doctor Who?
I'm talking about like Project, but yeah, that's fair though. Yeah, he had a couple good one-offs.
Yeah, he had a couple really good one-offs on Doctor Who. I will defend that to my death. Yes, coupling, the British show. Yeah, the British Friends. Actually, isn't that what spawned Friends?
Yeah, that Friends is the American coupling.
Yeah. That was a good show. Oh, the IT Crowd. The IT Crowd is a great sitcom.
Never saw it.
Really? I think you would enjoy it.
Possibly.
Possibly.
I do enjoy things sometimes.
That is an understatement. Don't Blink spawned SCP. Really?
I believe that.
Well, I mean, I don't know enough to disagree with you, so sure, we'll go with that. Parks and Rec. I couldn't really even get into Parks and Rec. I tried, and it's just too long. And although The Good Place.
I wish a little about that.
The Good Place is a funny show. Created by Hatsune Miku. Oh, that meme is a great meme.
It's a good meme. And it's just so true. She's made a lot of very good things.
Yeah, she really has.
Mhm.
Minecraft. What has she made recently?
Asen?
Oh, my God.
Too soon?
Not soon enough.
Ah.
All right. Yeah, here we're gonna. Oh, Firefly.
Oh.
Firefly's not a sitcom though. Firefly was amazing, not a sitcom.
Okay, Ripley, you want the hottest take? You want the nuclear take?
Oh,
Do you want the hottest take?
If you're about to shit talk Firefly, I don't know if we're gonna be able to continue the stream because it's gonna start a fight.
Firefly was a very good show.
Nope, that's it.
And
Nope.
so the thing is, Firefly, if it wasn't canceled, would have been Farscape. Firefly would have been Farscape. It would have had a fantastic first season, been considered revolutionary, and then gone into mediocrity and circled the drain for 5 seasons, and then been canceled. Firefly was good because it was canceled before it had a chance to become not. I agree wholeheartedly. Like, Firefly is not a bad show. I'm not going to say it's a bad show because it's a good show, but its fame is entirely based on the fact that it was canceled before it could. Before Joss Whedon could ruin it, frankly.
Oh.
Okay, that might be a little.
BS.
That might be a little brutal.
Joss Whedon wrote a Dr. Horrible sing-along blog, and thusly can do no wrong.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yep.
Oh, is that
that is exactly how it works.
Is that the tack we're going with now?
Free pass on
really?
anything.
Huh.
I don't care if he starts World War III. Free pass.
Kinda did.
The man wrote Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. That's it. Jane Cobb's played by... Yeah, and she did an amazing job as Jane. and actually, Kel, yes, I actually did hear about this. Did you hear about that? There was that little VR companion that I showed you a few years back. Some guy married it, and then he lost subscription or support, so it would stop working. So now he can't see his wife anymore.
That's actually terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny, but it's like...
It's funny, but it just feels like so cyberpunk dystopian.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sorry, you haven't paid your subscription for your wife lately. Capitalism has come to reclaim your wife. Oh, God. Wheaton can do lots of wrong. His rewrite of the Justice League was something. Which rewrite? Like, the Justice League... Come on, dude. The Justice League hasn't been good for decades. It's not like Joss Whedon was changing anything.
That's fair, actually. I'll give into that.
Big Bang... Okay, Ripley, no, we gonna fight. Big Bang Theory is probably one of my least favorite shows. And I hate it so much because every single joke... And I'm talking about the actual jokes, not the ones where they just make nerd references and add a laugh track after it. Mm-hmm. No, the actual jokes are, ha, these guys are nerds. Ha, these guys are nerds. Like, the very first episode, they get wedgies from a sports jock. Like, come on, how bottom of the barrel are you scraping already on your first episode? Like, you're killing me.
I remember somebody describing, what was it? No. I forget the thing. Oh well. I've heard good things about Always Sunny, but I've only watched like a couple episodes of it.
Always Sunny is amazing.
But the episodes I've seen I've loved, so I want to watch more, but like, I keep on getting sidetracked and distracted because, well, life.
I think someone showed me one of those quad charts where it has like the 4 quadrants. And on the left, it was made for smart people and made for dumb people and about dumb people and about smart people. And the one was smart
Bill.
Smart people made.
I agree with that.
Yeah, no. But yeah, the one that was made for smart people about dumb people was Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which is true. The one that was made for smart people about smart people was the IT Crowd.
Tuzzy has work to do. Goodbye, Tuzzy. I hope you
Goodbye,
have a
Tuz.
wonderful evening. If you, if you need help or alibis, hit me up.
Oh, no worries.
Ah.
Alright.
Hi.
Favorite anime behind Angel Egg?
Time of Eve.
Oh yeah, Time of Eve.
Time of Eve, no contest. That
I was forced to watch that, you know.
yes.
Basically, I was tired. I was about to go to bed, and someone pulled me aside and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I said, "I'm going to bed." And they said, "No, you're watching Time of Eve." And they sat me down and made me watch Time of Eve.
Was it not me?
It was not you.
What?
It was Josh.
Okay, well, you know what? Good on him.
Yep. And and the very next day, I went out and I bought Time of Eve because that was a great show, and I loved every single second of it. But
That show is, I love it, and yeah, it's a literary thing. It takes place in Isaac Asimov's robot world, and yeah, I adore it.
For me, Toradora, easy. Toradora is a classic. I will love every second of that show. Second closest, and I often joke around with some of my friends about this, is The Irresponsible Captain Tyler. And The Irresponsible Captain Tyler is about a guy who joined the military to get the easy life. And a lot of my friends compare me to him.
It checks it tracks. It really does.
It really does. You haven't seen... Oh, well. We have got some work for you.
We'll definitely do a community night with Time of Eve. We already have, haven't we? You weren't there. Yeah, you weren't there for it.
No. Then Toradora, then. Toradora is adorable, and I love it.
Full Metal Panic was quite
Full
good.
Metal Panic was great. That's actually one of Blue Elf's more favorite shows.
Let's see, what else? You know, I really, really liked Grand Blue Dreaming. That was a really fun show.
And had really nothing to do with that.
It was about scuba. It was a show about scuba diving.
Yeah. That barely had any scuba diving in it.
There was a show about scuba diving. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's a very good show. I highly recommend.
Did it have anything to do with the numerous guys in Speedos?
Nope.
No?
Coincidences, all of them.
All of them.
It's comedic timing. The comedic timing of that show is fantastic. That's what I really appreciate. I appreciate good comedic timing. You see?
All right. We'll just put that one aside along with Diabolic Lovers.
What?
Wasn't that the show that you were like, you're not allowed to show to people anymore because you don't understand yaoi anime?
What?
Yeah, remember?
No.
You told me, like, you said, hey, you're not allowed to show...
Oh! Yes.
You're not allowed to show... I think it was Diabolic Lovers, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we were planning a convention, and I made the mistake of letting Jack pick out, like, all the yaoi, and it's like, no, you do not understand what good yaoi, you're forbidden from choosing the yaoi from here on in.
Yeah, and that's how I got my yaoi card revoked. Rama 1/2 is a great... Rama 1/2 was my gateway drug, Ripley.
Ranma 1.2.
Yep. I started with Ranma, and well, actually, I started with Voltron technically, but
Also, big non-binary moods in Ranma. Accepted as female, accepted as male. Like,
it was a good show.
yeah, absolutely. I will say it stretched on a real long time.
Oh,
It stayed good for a long time, so like, it earned it. But it stretched on. It outstayed its welcome. I would argue.
You know, the original creator of Ranma 1/2 actually went on and created a bunch of different shorts, not about Ranma, just just a bunch of really good shorts.
Nice.
Yeah, I have the collection. They're really kind of rare, and I enjoy the heck out of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ava was the first anime. Well, you know, Akira. Yeah, Akira's a classic. Have you ever actually read the manga? Like, the movie was really cool. Didn't she do Video Girl Eye? That is a good question. I don't think so.
It took me 200 episodes to decide that I didn't really like One Piece. I watched about 200 episodes worth, and then I got, sat down back and was like, you know what? I don't really think I want to watch any more of this. I don't really think I'm liking this. I safe to say I gave it a good try. I genuinely, unironically gave it, hundreds of episodes. And was just like, nah, not for me.
No, and Blue Elf. Video Girl I was done by the same person who did DNA Squared, is what you're thinking of.
Honestly, Tuzzy, I've always been more gaming than anime, but Jack has been more anime than gaming.
It's true. I am a huge anime nerd, and on my downstairs living room, it is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 standing bookshelves just full of anime.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of daunting at times.
It's like a shrine.
Yeah. Balance between them. There is no balance. Especially when it comes between Hyoka.
What was the first video game you ever played?
First video game I ever played? If I tell that, people would be like, "Oh, that's how old he is."
Oh,
damn. That was harsh. Wow.
Brutal.
I didn't expect to be dunked into the trash on screen. Jesus. Tuesday just going right for the throat. Anyhow, the very first game I played was on the I think it was the ColecoVision. And it was this game where you were a mouse running away from cats. It was honestly it was a ripoff of Pac-Man is what it was. It was their own version of ripping off Pac-Man. Jack owes you $5 now, jeez. Pong on the Atari. Yeah, hell yeah, Cal. But yeah, the ColecoVision, this one where you just ran away from cats. Although I was like really, really young, and I didn't even know what I was doing, and I died most of the time. But my dad and my Aunt Beth would play constantly against each other. There was a huge rivalry between those two.
My first game was Jumpman, which I played on stream with the wonderful Cupcake. Check the top right corner for a link to that video. There's no way I'm gonna remember to do that. Yeah. I'm not gonna remember. It's the DOS Games video. DOS Games 1.
Those are cool.
Those are fun.
Oh my god, you had E.T.? I'm sorry, Bill. That's unfortunate.
What was the one with the... Was it the one where the mice were burglars and the cats were cops or something?
Oh, was that Mappy?
Yes. Was it Mappy Land?
Yes.
Okay.
I loved Mappy Land. I played that a lot too. And God, that was such a dumb game, and I played it so much. Yes. Speaking of FF or Final Fantasy 11, yeah, Kel sometimes just relapses into that addiction.
Honestly, reasonable.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's been streaming it lately too, just going, I can't get away from it. I got to inject it into my veins.
Yo, Beat Saber is a great game though.
Oh, Beat Saber's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
First good one you played was Maniac Mansion. First good one I played was Mario, the original on the Nintendo. I remember I was at it was Christmas, and that's like all I asked my parents for a very long time. And my dad's like, "Yeah, hell no, you're not getting that. I don't know what you're talking about. You better you better go to bed. And constantly all the way up until Christmas. And then I get to Christmas. It's like, oh yeah, Christmas, you blow through the gifts. Nothing's, obviously, no Nintendo. And I was just like, I enjoyed what I got, G.I. Joe's, general stuff. And then my dad goes, oh, but wait, what's this thing behind the tree? And he had actually managed to hide an entire wrapped Nintendo system,
Dude,
up into the tree behind it. Like, I still to this day don't know how he was able to suspend it back there. But he just
impressive.
like, yeah, like to younger me, it felt like he just magically pulled that thing out of the tree. And I was just like, holy cow, the typical, and I immediately started playing with it. And I remember he would challenge me to play with it. We would lie on our backs upside down, so we saw the television upside down, and we would try to beat the game or get as far as we could upside down. Yeah,
that's adorable.
yeah. My dad was a good man. Is a good man. I shouldn't say was.
My dad did something similar, but like a little bit more brutal, I guess. He gave me a gift for Christmas, and it was Super Mario World, the game. I didn't have a Super Nintendo, and I was like happy, but like also like trying to be polite and explain that like no, see, this is for a different console and not the one that we have the Nintendo. This is for the Super Nintendo, and he just sat there like, oh, okay. And then like half an hour later, that was one of the other gifts that he had hidden out in the back.
He's like, oh, you mean this?
And then I popped off.
Yeah. Oh, you wanna hear a great thing that when I saw Beat Saber, I was reminded this. I hope Kel is here and he can hear this as well. But when Kel and his fiancée Karina were staying with me, Karina was really big into Beat Saber, and she doesn't know this yet. But I took embarrassing pictures of her while she was in VR doing Beat Saber.
Oh no!
And I have them saved on my phone.
Oh no!
Ready to be used for blackmail whenever I need.
Stay good, Jack. Stay good.
I'll stay good as long as she stays good.
Oh no!
Yeah, Mario was always a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't. I'm going to my thunder tent. The dog's gonna hide from the thunder.
Honestly, fair.
Ripley knows. He's got blackmail just in case as well. Mike, your first okay, God, yeah. You can get right out of here with that. Actually, Jade was talking to me earlier. And Jade said that there are people having children right now that what?
They weren't alive when the original Shrek movie came out in 2001.
Yeah.
And it just reminds you that the years keep coming and they don't stop coming.
Still angry about that last part.
Still funny though.
But yeah, there are people right now having children that weren't alive during the first Shrek movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just gonna crumble to dust. Yeah, exactly. And it's only slightly because Jade keeps their cave at like 75 degrees.
Well, yeah, it's comfy.
Yeah, I'm sweating my fur off over here.
Look.
Hydrate.
Look, you're here, so we're wearing clothes. That's how. Anyways.
No, I already took my pants off. We started this on what?
Oh,
yeah.
Canonically, you haven't put them on since last stream. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why would I ever? Why would I ever wear pants? And it wasn't last stream. It was a stream before that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was during Slay the Spire. The very first thing I did was take off my pants.
There are people. No, I don't know about. I don't believe you, Kildan. That's not possible. Nope. Disagree. Hard disagree with you on there.
All right, first Pokemon.
First Pokemon?
Yep.
Like, my first Pokemon was a Charizard. I literally still have the cartridge.
You
Yeah.
haven't transferred him off of it yet?
It's a Game Boy 1. How do you expect me to transfer anything?
They had little cords that you can transfer him off. Yeah, don't look at me like that.
They don't. No, you had to go into a. I don't remember the store. You had to go into a store and do it in store. To go from between generations.
Thank you, Moffy. Pants are overrated.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my first one was a Bulbasaur.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very long time ago. Blue Elf and I are right there.
Oh, System U is a Game Boy Color? I still have a 5 1/4 inch floppy drive in my office area.
Well, and I mean, I've got a 7.5 inch floppy.
That's called a laser disc.
Yes, that was the joke I was going
Yes,
for.
mhm.
Yep.
Laser disc players, yes.
Yeah, Laserdisc. Pants are for rubes. Exactly.
But yeah, for some reason the battery on my Pokemon cartridge still works. Nope,
No.
we're talking about Pokemon now. Nope. We're talking about Pokemon. It's the conversation that we are having about Pokemon right now.
Speaking of Pokemon, I once caught a Kakuna, and all it had was hard. Help! 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 I'm trapped! Jay! Locked me in the closet! It's the same closet Jay gets out of!
I'm so glad I set up that button. Moffy's never played a Pokemon game.
You've never played a Pokemon game? You poor, unfortunate soul.
You haven't played one until like 2 years ago.
I played the first one. And then I played Sword and Shield. So I don't want to hear it. I'm not buying a new handheld every time Nintendo wants to make a profit. That's just not happening. Sword and Shield was great, and
Arceus was phenomenal.
Here, you want me to start a Twitter storm?
Yes,
Dynamax is a good mechanic. Fight me.
I will.
Jack, you played Pearl. Technically, I played Pearl after Sword and Shield. But Kelly's right. And by the way, I need to return that to you.
Taipan?
Taipan? Isn't that in China?
It's a snake.
Oh, snack. Taipan game. Uh-oh. Oh. Alright. I've got to take my battle station. One moment as Jade takes over. This portion of Jack has been paused.
Jack's laptop needs to be plugged in. Oh, a turn-based strategy game. Oh, wow. Okay.
What are you talking about? I don't need to plug you in.
What?
You said Jack's laptop needs to be plugged in.
What? 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 I have no idea what you're on about.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't.
Anyways. Oh.
The delayed reaction. I've apparently burnt Jade out. Exactly, Bill. I didn't say that. And if you think I did, I didn't. I have put so much tea in your recycle bin that it's kind of absurd. And will let the viewers think on whether or not that was a euphemism.
What would that if? I don't want to know what that. Why did I agree to this? Why is this a thing that's happening?
Why did I invite Jak here?
Why?
Because you knew this would happen and you wanted it to happen.
No.
Yes.
Save me.
No. Don't bully me, but bully me a little.
Jeez.
Jak, what the actual... Oh, Tizzy, if you only knew the half of it.
Bill, we're in America. We're tossing it in the harbor.
Yeah, exactly. I saw a meme like that once. Someone was like, where do you guys, fit all the T's or something like that? In the harbor.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it.
I remember history.
Favorite part of history? I know you've got one.
Like, in what sense?
Favorite historical event?
What?
Yeah, come on. Everybody's like, oh man, I really loved the burning of the Library of Alexandria because that changed the course of history for millions of years and set us back to the Dark Ages for, a couple 100,000. That was a very interesting event.
That's a thing that people say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It is now because I'm making it a thing.
Sure, why not? Well, I'm gonna make you go first then.
I asked you already, so too bad.
Yes, but I don't care. Well, there's another one for Tuzzy's list.
Uh-oh. The unbuzzard?
No. In my state, we don't pronounce the T's.
Unibuzzard.
Uzzy buzzard.
I didn't know you were going to put me on the spot. This is me supposed to put you on the spot.
Ha!
That's how this works.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to say Victorian England just for the fashion.
And just in general, just like the entirety of it.
No.
You know what I think is really interesting is the whole Jack the Ripper thing. It just because I often think about trying to get away with murder and see how easy it was back in Victorian London.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. not gonna interrogate that at all. Nope. Just
I'm willing to leave. I'm just gonna let that hang there.
All right. No. Stab there. Hanging is overrated.
Oh, I see. No. Keep in mind, guillotines.
Guillotine. That's
Yeah.
right. Oh. Man. Just. Nope. Oh, sorry. I am right now holding back a joke about guillotines, and I am not going to make it.
Cool.
Because I understand that you like to remain monetized and not reported to the police.
I have played Vampire. I'm in a vampire game right now. Not at this exact moment, but actually I'm in an active vampire game presently. I'm playing a Malkavian, and I'm not doing it the dumb way.
I played Vampire the Masquerade once in high school, and I was Malkavian as well, except I was also 10 years old.
So you're definitely a fish milk.
A fish milk?
You've never heard that phrase?
No, not in the least.
So a fish milk is a Malkavian who just kind of goes into the dementia side and just does random stuff and pretends, haha, it's the monkey dishwasher sort of, tee-hee random stuff of the mid-2000s. And this kind of play their character as Joker insane. As
No, definitely not played it as Joker insane. I played it as kind of using my younger looks to deceive. That's how I played it.
My character's demonstration is that they don't understand that other people don't have hero specs. They have the power to read tea leaves or read cast bones, or to look in the at a tree and get a message out of the ways that the branches are shaped. That sort of fortune telling, and that's so natural to her that she doesn't understand that that's not how other people make their judgments. That's not how other people make their decisions. She doesn't comprehend that other people don't have that, and don't, even if they do have it, that they wouldn't immediately trust it with all of their heart. If I fail one of those checks, I still will believe whatever it is. I will still, wholeheartedly. I won't go, oh, I guess I was wrong. I will go, oh, that must not happen yet. That sort of thing. It's just completely all in on that sort of fortune magic, which is pretty fun.
I've come to realize, or just now realized, that the majority of roleplay games that I've played, which haven't honestly been that many, most of the time I'm playing some sort of young boy under the age of 12 years old, and I am not going to think about the ramifications of that.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, probably for the best.
I'm not going to investigate this.
Yep, no. We're just going to acknowledge that, yes, it happened, and we're going to move on from there.
Huh, weird. Anyway.
Yeah.
Vampire is not my favorite system, but it is an interesting system. The problem with Vampire is that it tends to attract people who I wouldn't want to play tabletop RPGs with, Vampire the Masquerade, especially if you're doing LARP stuff, which I've never actually done a Vampire LARP, it tends to attract the kind of person who you don't want to be playing tabletop RPGs with, just by its nature.
That's a shame, because I'm pretty sure that's how Blue Elf spent his college years. He was our resident vampire.
Cute. Yeah, if a lot of vampire lovers can tend to have difficulty, tend to have difficulty separating game from life. And when I say a lot, I don't mean like, an overwhelming amount. I mean more than you'd hope for.
Less than you'd think. No worries. Favorite Warhammer 40k race? Go.
There's only one good guy. Oh, in 40k?
Yeah.
I never got into.
I
was like fantasy more than sci-fi.
All right, well, we'll do fantasy then.
There's only one good guy in Warhammer Fantasy.
Bretonnians?
No, they're not the good guys.
It was King Arthur's court. That's basically what it was.
Yeah, but like, the only good guy race in the entire game are the Lizardmen, because they just want everybody to go away and leave them alone. Like every time Lizardmen march, it's like, this is our swamp. Go away. Just like, please. We'll march an army on you if we have to, but like, we just don't want you to go here, and stop using magic. You're using magic wrong. That's our magic. We made that. I guess honestly, if I was gonna say 40k, I would have to say the orcs, just for the absurdity of the things that they can do.
The log, like literally, if you paint your vehicles red, they go faster. That's just how it works. I gotta say though, fantasy, the Skaven, because nothing beats the fact that there is a gigantic rat wheel that is powered by the gods and thunder that they run along with and zap people with, and that right there is just pinnacle gaming. You don't get better than the rat wheel of death.
Well, I will say most of my experience about Warhammer Total is actually Mordheim. Mordheim was a fantastic game.
It wasn't the game we were playing together?
Oh, or the MMO, yeah.
No, not the MMO too.
That was actually a surprisingly good MMO.
I'm talking about the Left 4 Dead game.
Oh,
Vermintide.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vermintide 1 and 2.
No, I played a lot more Mordheim than that.
Oh.
Mordheim...
Mordheim the game or Mordheim the miniature one?
Miniatures.
Oh, the miniature. Oh, you played Mordheim miniatures?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I played that with Angel for years.
Oh, Blue Elf, careful! You're treading on careful thin ice there. The MMO was probably one of the best MMOs ever. It was just programmed by hamsters
Yeah.
being put on keyboards.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, just aces all around.
It did a lot of things wrong, but the things that it did right, nothing else has done as right as it has.
Yeah,
That's my take on it, is that it did a lot of things wrong, but the things that it did right, no one has been able to replicate.
Jade used to play this.
Okay, Bill, sorry, this is a very good point, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the tabletop version of Mordheim is a you keep your character cheats between games. You don't reset. You know, a lot of tabletop games you reset and you have your army list and you change it over. In Mordheim, your list gains XP and grows, and as you play, your army changes, and you can recruit guys. And when people get killed, they actually have a chance of dying and not returning, and like
losing an arm
or getting a scar that terrifies the enemies. Like there's a lot of development, and you can make story. You can craft storylines out of those events, and it's really fun. I highly enjoy that.
I did the 40K version of that. It was called Necromunda.
Yeah, that's the 40K version.
I used to play that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, although I will say it was more, I was kind of tricked into buying somebody's thing, and they were the one that runs the games, and they ran it entirely in their favor. But yeah, I've still got those Necromunda miniatures somewhere. I love that game. That was so fun. You know, I haven't seen you painting miniatures recently.
I mean, the answer is very easy. Is very obvious. Is that, you know, I don't really play tabletop games because the plague.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I just haven't gone out and played tabletop games in the past couple of years, and as a result, I don't really paint my models. I want to do it, and I want to paint my Super Dungeon Explorer models, and I should. But
that's a fun game. We were playing that before.
That's a great game.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on that Kickstarter. I've been waiting on the Kickstarter for over 5 years. It's 5 years worth of lateness. I signed up for that Kickstarter for Super Dungeon Legends like 7 years ago.
Do we like FPS games? Heck yeah, we like FPS. That's like we were saying before at the very beginning of the stream. That's how we met. It's an FPS game.
I still play Valorant now. It's a lot of fun. I play Valorant. Like Valorant is one of those games I play when I'm not streaming.
Yeah, Jade and I have been playing Far Cry off stream.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we're planning on doing the new Tina.
Yep, we're gonna be playing the Borderlands game when when we have time to play it.
Okay.
That's gonna be on recorded for the channel too.
Yeah. So look, Deathloop. You know, I've heard good things about Deathloop. It's from the same people who did what was that stealth game we really liked?
Dishonored?
Dishonored, yes. Same people who did Dishonored did Deathloop.
You know, I never got through to Dishonored 2. I should stream that. I should stream Dishonored 1 too, as well.
The Dishonored 2 has an expansion called Death of the Outsider. Wraps up everything perfectly. I loved it.
I have a difficulty with this is that I have games that I want to play, but I also want to play more cheerful games. Like I want to play more lighter tone games on the channel because like that's some of my best content, you know, is my Chicory and my Wander Song and like those sort of games that I've played. But I also want to play like, you know, a bunch of games that are, well, a lot darker. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Prey was an excellent game.
Prey was an excellent game, and I'm glad I played it. But like when I was playing Prey, I was also playing like what was I playing at the same time as that?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. That was a little while ago. Oh. Yeah, it's probably me.
That's probably just because it's live.
Oh, okay. Oh, you played Dishonored in High Chaos? What? Bill.
Monster.
You monster. Like, half the fun of Dishonored was, like, being the absolute sneakiest sneak that ever snuck. And just, like, nobody saw you, nobody touched you, like, you didn't even touch them, you just came in, and all of a sudden, just somebody fell over dead, and nobody knows why, and And then Emily gets put back on the throne because you're pretty amazing.
That's right. I was playing Metroid Dread at the same time. That was a good game.
High KS. Boo. Boo.
It's the only stealth game where getting caught is fun. That I can agree with. I will agree with. Dishonored is very good at keeping the game interesting after you get caught, because you still have a moment you can still play the game. You don't just hit the whirlwind slam the reset button. Like, getting caught and still playing is usually something that stealth games are terrible at.
Oh, hey, you can play Five Nights at Freddy's.
No. No. I'm not going to do that one.
What's it? All right, Tizzy.
I will. So for horror games that I would play,
What's a good horror game for a stream?
I mean, I have two that I can think of. I have access to PI.
Paranormal Investigation, yeah.
The Silent Hill game that no one has access to.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That PS4 right there has a copy of PI on it.
That's not a PS4.
PT. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
It says Silverstone.
No, behind the computer.
Oh.
There's a PlayStation over there.
No, that's a laptop.
That...
Am I infuriating?
Weave it.
Okay. Just making sure.
I have access to PT, and I want to play that because, like, mostly because of the spectacle of it. Like, it's extraordinarily rare game.
What about the one where you just kind of have a lantern and wandered around and...
Amnesia?
Yeah, Amnesia. Wow, you really pulled that off after that crappy, really bad explanation. I don't know. Remember that horror game that you play and it's kind of scary? Oh, yeah, I know exactly the one.
Nailed it.
Wow, you actually nailed it.
I can figure out games the way you can figure out anime. How's that?
Yeah, seriously.
I'd rather play something like Alien Isolation. Actually, yeah, Tuzzy. That Alien Isolation is another one of the ones that I'm curious about.
Alien Isolation VR. But
I will definitely cry. It will not be pleasant.
Oh man, I would. All right, you know what? I'll say it right now, and so everybody hears it. If Jade plays Alien Isolation VR, I'm going to do a challenge, and however many times, I don't know how many times he dies, I'll give $1 in super chat.
Time to feed.
However many times Jade wets themselves. Yeah, see, Ripley agrees with me.
Scary though. I played Resident Evil 6 on the channel.
Resident Evil, I don't know. Resident Evil's never been scary to me, especially after their door mechanic is so like, oh hey, we're gonna set up a separate door animation and it's going to be really jank.
Cheers, Moffy.
Have fun, Moff.
But yeah, in general, I don't really usually like horror games unless there's a really compelling narrative like Prey had. Or System Shock 2.
Prey wasn't a horror game. Prey was an adventure game.
Would you say System Shock 2 was?
Yes.
Oh, well, then I don't like horror games. I like adventure games.
I thought we established this. You literally said, I don't really like horror games. I also consider Dead Space, that's an adventure game. There's way too much action for that to be horror.
Jeez.
Play System Shock 2. Unfortunately, everybody has spoiled System Shock 2. It's no longer impactful.
I don't know.
Actually, they're making a remake of
Ripley, no! Ripley, how dare.
It's more fun for us if you don't enjoy it.
Oh, no.
Yes, Ripley, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Ripley just wants to hear me cry.
Ripley's not the only one.
Oh, no. Help!
Whining Jade.
Ah.
Wow, Tuesday, I am kind of amazed. I thought everybody knew what the System Shock story was. That's like Star Wars and Luke being Darth Vader's father. Everybody knew that by now.
Mm-hmm.
I was setting you up. I thought you were going to be like,
Oh.
yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Fair
Come
enough,
on, come on. Jak, here's a secret. Ooh, I love secrets.
Hold on. I have to make a YouTube face. Don't make me pog.
You're Tuesday as a child. Oh, okay. You know, I actually have this problem. Like, I keep automatically assuming everybody's at least as old as I am, or at least within a few years of me. And I guess I really shouldn't be surprised. We could have, like, I don't know, some 7-year-old being like, man, that squeaky lizard's a lot of fun, and here I am making jokes that are inappropriate for that.
I did actually do children's programming for Wandersong.
Literally no one is as old as you, Jak. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna go cry in the bed now. Thank you, Bill. I am very sad. You are 800. 800 in cat years.
Probably.
What is cat years a thing?
Probably?
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Catboy years.
Stop
Oh, yeah.
doing that thing.
I keep jiggling Jade's chair just because that's what I do. And it's bugging the crap out of Jade.
Stop.
You Ripley, you think you're older than us by a lot? Well, if you're older than 800, I'm going to be impressed.
Cassie. I can travel through time at the rate of 1 year per year.
I'm a time traveler. But I can only go one way. Yeah, Ripley is older, believe it or not. I'm sorry, Ripley, every time I see your name, that's all I can think of, believe it or not.
I've actually been to a Ripley, believe it or not, like, museum, question mark?
Yeah, show? I don't know.
I'm gonna say museum, but I'm gonna put, like, an asterisk next to that.
Have you ever been to,
It was kind of
Madame
cool.
Tussauds?
Hmm?
Have you ever been to Madame Tussauds?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
I should take you. It's eerie, is what it is. So what's the craziest thing you saw there?
The coolest thing I saw was that I got to see one of the original Fiji mermaids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
What's a Fiji mermaid?
It's a...
Fig Newton mermaid?
What? No.
I don't know.
It's an amalgam of the body of a fish and the torso of a monkey that was supposed to look like that was sold as or presented as a mermaid mummy.
That's cool.
Yeah, there was actually a big thing all the way back in, like, whenever, like 1800s carnival shows. Yeah, a monkey saw into a fish. And I got to see one of the original mummified Fiji mermaids. It was actually pretty awesome. And, like, they're straightforward about that. They're like, yeah, no, this isn't real, but...
but back in the time of Ripley, yeah, he definitely sold that as real.
But the thing is, what weirdest thing there was they had a whole bunch of, like, oh, this was whole, like, they had a box. I'll say chest. It was a chest of some person who performed dark arts and a wizard, and it's like, okay, it's kind of just a chest, like, whatever. And then a couple things like that, like, oh, this is, some weird diabolical, thing that this, serial killer had, and it's like,
this weird diabolical thing that serial killer had. That's a cutting board? Just saying.
And then,
I have one too. Guess I'm a serial killer.
And then, anyways, and then I walked by something, and as soon as I was about a meter away from it, I flinched. I just physically recoiled from something from something intangible. And this wasn't like a big display, like that box from some dark magic user was like, who had been, imprisoned for something, etc. was not like whatever. But I walked by something that I think was supposed like a curse jar. Like basically, you know how in Japan they store curses in oni in like the trees or the rocks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was some European equivalent of that. It was something that they stored curses in. It was like you could tell by how it was on the floor that it was like a minor thing. It was just like a minor, piece. Like it wasn't like one of the big presentation pieces. Like that one chest was front and center with like 4 spotlights on it with 3 plaques about it. But I walked by this one curse jar and like just I didn't even know that it was there until I just flinched whole body. It was like something there is wrong. It was just that feeling of something near me is physically dangerous to my being. You know what I mean? Like that feeling like when you're
warning, the animal sense.
Yeah. Like that is just like something about that would just triggered every instinct of fear in my body, and it's like, oh, I don't know what that is, but that's terrifying me.
I'm gonna get the heck out of there.
That's the one that sticks with me, honestly, because like I'm not like fully on board with a lot of that mysticism stuff, but like that was something going on there. That was something going on. I don't know what it was, but I didn't like it.
And yes, Cal, we would love to hear a story of your puppyhood.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that Tuzi has just continued just to name horror games this entire time. Just more horror.
Isn't there like a sequel to Amnesia that's like Amnesia, a Machine for Cops or something?
Machine for Pigs.
Oh!
Oh my god. Yes, there is.
Oh, okay.
Machine for Cops. Oh my god.
You're just gonna let that hang? You're not gonna...
Yeah, no, I'm gonna let you hang by yourself there. I am kind of surprised that... Yeah, I've heard the sequels, the Amnesia Rebirth weren't really as good as the first one. Although I don't know for sure because, I don't play horror games either. Although I do want to play Last of Us. I don't really see that as a horror game.
I did want to stream Half-Life Alyx as soon as I could figure out how to get my avatar set up inside of the game. The thing is, like, I don't know how to set up to stream, right? Because you can set it up so that your avatar, like, so that I would actually have, my model in game. It's like I do want to stream Half-Life Alyx. Like, I have it, but like over there and stuff, and I don't know how to set it up, not effectively.
So when I was a little guy, my dad and stepmom took me to a fair and showed me a woman who could turn into a wolf and was able to bend steel. So they were introducing you to your mom.
What?
Kel's a dog.
You're being rude. Oh goodness, I love the ocean, I love the underwater, but I don't think I could stream Subnautica. The jellyfish thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know they have, like, horrible monster, Titan, Leviathan, whatever's. But it's the jellyfish that would get me. That would get into my skin. I love the underwater. I love scuba diving.
And that's how Kel became very interested in werewolf women.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. To this day. Did she have green hair, Kel?
Game Jam ideas. Well, I can't announce the theme, so I won't.
I have a Game Jam idea. Oh, actually, I saw a Game Jam game that was played, or not for the Godot Game Jam, but for a different one. And it was a simple game. It was like those old Tamagotchi games. And it was just like, if you the little character would come on, he's like, oh, by the way, if you ever quit this game, I die. And he's just like trying to get the player to continue playing the game because he doesn't want the player to quit the game. And it's just like, wow, this is psychological warfare at a game jam.
Oh gosh. I'm really looking forward to this year's the Go Game Jam. Basically, after this convention, I'm going to be doing a bunch of... Yeah, Fence Simulator. Yeah. After this convention, I'm going to be gearing for the Game Jam stuff. Gonna do some game development streams and whatnot.
Well, that should be fun.
Yeah.
You should... You know what? You should just document building a game.
Yeah. The whole thing is, like, it's the Go Godot Game Jam, and they're doing things in Godot, and...
Well, I mean, not
actually...
for the game jam, like, not for that specific. You're judge.
I've never actually opened Godot. I'm a Unity developer.
Yeah.
I've never actually used Godot. Don't tell Adrian.
Don't let that get out. It's a secret. Oh, sorry. Am I playing with that too much?
I want to fidget.
Yeah. Okay. There is a fidget. What are those things called?
It's a koosh ball.
A koosh ball. Oh, that's right.
This one is actually.
I was playing with it and I was like, I have no idea what this thing is, but you know what?
It's fun. It has good feels. I've had this thing since the 80s.
A snake that collects batteries and dodge jellyfish. That seems like that.
I will throw this at you, Ripley. I will throw this directly at you. I am not afraid to do that. I will throw this koosh ball directly at your face.
Jade's got a mean left hook too, so I know for certain because they just locked me in the closet. So,
and I've spent like half of your trip throwing plushies at you. To be fair,
yeah. I mean, I spent the other half throwing them back.
It's true. We have a good dynamic.
Just so you know, there's like 30 plushies over here dispensed across the room in a random haphazard method, and most of it's because of me, and most of it's because of Jade.
True.
And I'd say about 5% of it's because of Tara. Tara keeps licking the floor, and I can only guess that is because I can be a messy eater.
Well, she licks her paws when she's nervous.
No, I'm pretty sure she was licking the floor right here.
Oh, well, that tracks then.
Yeah. I have seen your treasures, especially the large dog stuffed animal. That was. And you know what? Did you ever lose? I think you lost the squeak toy I gave you when you moved in with me. Because that thing kind of disappeared. I can only assume that you ate it.
Nom nom nom.
Yum yum
Nom nom
yum.
Yum 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 yum. Yo, I will actually tell you a funny story about BioShock. I did not enjoy BioShock when I first played it. Because
Jade has opinions about BioShock.
Because everything that I heard about BioShock going up to it, including the game's own messaging and advertising, was that it was a successor to System Shock series. So I thought it was going to be survival horror. So I went in there, I conserved every piece of ammo, I went around corners very slowly, and I, played the game as a horror game. And it went terribly bad because it's not a horror game, it's an action game. It's an action game that has a couple of horror elements in it, but like you farm the big daddies for parts. It's not a horror game. And I hated it when I first played it because I thought it was supposed to be a horror game, and I was playing in the mindset and gameplay style of a horror game, which made it just really unpleasant. Like, it just wasn't the game that I thought it was billed as.
Well, I think that's the game you have the most hours in for horror. OBS.
Yeah? True.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen you battle with it. I can understand that horror tag.
Oh, yeah. That said, I have been able to beat the more difficult bosses.
In OBS?
Yes.
Oh. One of the difficult bosses was getting my icon to flip.
True.
That took a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me, oh my. Mamma mia, here I go again. My. You're not gonna join me?
No.
You don't know Mamma Mia?
No.
I'm kind of sad about that.
That's fair.
How do you not know Mamma Mia?
Hmm.
You seem like the
I'm
target
familiar.
audience.
Like I oh.
You and wine moms.
I'm trying to parse if that's like an insult or not, and I can't figure it out.
I played American McGee's Alice. That game controlled like a bag of hammers. It was a good background to it, but in terms of actually being like there was good lore around it, the good art, but control just kind of drove into the ground. Yeah, Ripley knows exactly what I'm saying. Tuesday is still going with horror games. I admire your dedication to a theme, Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Harkotorpo. Does any of the like? Yeah, send down more questions. Oh. Meow.
Meow. Favorite turn-based strategy?
Computer or none?
I'm gonna go with computer.
Okay. I mean, it's gonna be XCOM then, right? It's gonna be.
Is it?
It's gonna be either XCOM, Chimera Squad, or Civ 6. I mean,
Civ 6. Well, yeah, Civ. In terms of hours, yeah, Civ. That game, you'll never stop with. That's
mhm.
God, that's addicting on a whole new level.
I have played Pokemon Unite. I am decent at it, but I don't play often. Like, I play support, and you know what low rank support looks like, right? You support people, and then they do nothing with your support, and you die. That's the trouble with it.
You're getting a prompt for memes. Uh-oh. What has happened?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just showing that OBS Studio has this psychological horror.
Yeah, well, I mean, I believe it.
Mm-hmm. The real horror is being a YouTuber.
The real horror is the friends we made along the way.
True. Yo, Heroes of Might and Magic.
I played Pokemon Unite a bunch, and my main strategy is to follow Kel around and just pick up his scraps as he cleans up the board. Nice. and basically beats up 8-year-olds for fun. Because that's what he's doing. Kel actually sent me a screenshot of one of the ending pictures of Pokemon Unite once, and he must have won that game like 700-5 because he just took Garchomp and sat in the opponent's spawn area and just spawn camped the entire 5-person team himself.
I mean, that's on them for not having 4 Garchomp counters.
Yeah, exactly. Don't you know how to run these games? It's just Garchomp counters and Garchomp.
That's how Pokemon was. There was when Garchomp was introduced and not made a band. It was every team was 1 Garchomp and 4 and 4 Garchomp counters, and then 1 other sweeper. That was it.
Play Disco Elysium on stream. You know, Jade's been bugging me to play that. Basically saying that they want me to co-op it with them. And you're like, and I was like, isn't it a single player? And they're like, no, what I'm going to do is you're going to play the game and I'm going to sit there and judge every thing you do.
That's actually how I played it first with Bilgo's Army. And it was fantastic.
Garchomp and Unite is like C tier. Yeah, well.
If I play Disco Elysium, I'm going to have opinions.
Well, Jade, you have opinions? I don't believe that.
I have had an opinion before, it's true.
I can't even begin to imagine that. I've never known you to be an opinionated person.
Opinions. I am going to play Outer Worlds. That's going to be an opinion game. We'll see how it goes.
That's definitely going to be an opinion game. Uh,
I'm absolutely going to play that game with the character bit that I don't understand capitalism. Because you're going to be going in like, what? It's going to be fantastic.
that Killing Floor 2. Killing Floor 2 just a survival game?
Yeah.
Ooh, Espeon. I actually like Espeon. Does he play well?
Can you play Sableye yet?
I don't think he can play Sableye.
Aw.
No, they're adding Pokemon people actually use first.
Aw.
Oh. So here's a true story. I was playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I finished it, got 100% before the expansions come out, and I was like, you know what? I'll pick it back up when the expansions come. And so I didn't really touch my Switch for a little while, and then I picked up my Switch, and I was like, all right, time to play me some Pokemon Crown Tundra. And the other one, which I can't remember off the top of my head. And my Switch broke. And my Switch broke so badly that I had to send it back to Nintendo to get it fixed. Ooh. Fortunately, it was still under, whatchamacallit?
Warranty?
Yeah, warranty. So they fixed it for free and they sent it back. And everything I had, I lost. Everything. No saves whatsoever. So I had to start Pokemon off to start. And this is just how fate works, because Keladon felt bad for me. So he was like, hey, I don't really use this shiny, and would you like it? And I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, sure, I'm building up my thing. And then I was telling Jade, I was like, oh yeah, I've started my Pokemon run again, and I now have the Smug Cat shiny. And Jade's like, Smug Cat shiny? What the heck are you talking about? And I literally put into Google, Smug Cat Pokemon, and up comes...
Weavile?
What's that?
Was it Weavile?
Yeah, it was Weavile.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, one of the first pictures, Weavile, right there. And I was like, yeah, that one. That's the one I have shiny. And Jade goes, no way.
Oh my god.
Yes. Can I have shiny? And so
that is one of my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, it was one of Jade actually has used it as a profile icon, I believe, in the past. And so I gave it to Jade, and because this is how karma works. So Jade got his favorite, or their favorite, and later on I was playing and I found another shiny, which was God, what's that little really adorable blue dog that either grows up and goes back on his hind legs or is on his front legs? The shiny version is blue.
The shiny version is okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Rockruff?
Yeah. Rocktuff. And I found that, and I know Kel is big into the dogs. If you have not realized from this stream, Kel's big into the dogs.
Kel's a good puppy.
Yes, and I was like, Kel, I have something. And he goes, yes, what do you have? And I showed him, and I was like, would you like him? And he goes, I would love him.
Aww.
And later, Kel actually showed me fan art he had his fiancée make of him with the various dogs he likes from Pokemon, and Rockruff was one of them.
Nice.
Yep. So Kel gave me Jade's favorite, and I gave it to Jade, and then I found Kel's favorite in response and gave it to Kel.
And Ripley, after the Go-Go Jam is the answer. I do plan on setting up a tabletop RPG with some of the other Kobold Vtubers on stream after the game jam is over.
Oh, I've heard about this. You've been planning that for a while.
I have.
I'm excited because this has been about almost a year in the making.
This is a different set. That was actually and the initial setup was going to be with people from Wrecking Crew.
Oh, yeah?
But that fell through because of scheduling issues.
Oh, shame.
Yeah, that was going to be with Barry the Bugbear and Johnny Jellyjaw. But that fell through, sadly.
Johnny Alliteration.
Johnny Jellyjaw is great.
I have no doubt.
Highly recommend you look him up on Twitch. Tell him Jade said hi. You probably won't remember me.
You won't remember me, but it's nice to say hi to people.
Exactly. Exactly.
Can you submit traps?
Of course. I can't promise I'm going to use them, but you can submit anything you want.
Well, first you have to... I was just gonna say, first you have to sleep dart the monster before you use traps.
Excellent.
You can put the chonkla down. I have some form of decorum. I can make a Monster Hunter joke. Just for the reference, Jade is now crying.
No. You have no decorum. You don't know decorum. Oh, I have decorum. Uh-huh.
I can say I have decorum.
Do you want me to be behind the stream?
No, I don't want you to be on the stream.
Good, me either.
So just so you all know, as I was saying that and struggling to find the words of the sleep bomb, Jade slowly slipped off their slipper and started holding it up like they were gonna hit me with it. Yeah, and see, this is the crazy part, Cheesy. This is not us acting. This is just how we are.
This is not in character.
Yeah, we are. This is not something that we're doing for the camera. This is just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't a single bit of the entire Minecraft run that was like genuinely was a bit or anything. That was all just.
I was all just off the cuff, being the yeah. See, Blue Elf knows. Blue Elf knows. We just go for it.
Like the video for Chaos or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. How am I supposed to? How am I supposed to? You know, eventually I'm going to have to do ad reads, and I don't know how I'm going to like segue into ad reads. I have no idea.
Eventually, you're gonna have to privatize this video.
Trust me, I'm already planning.
So yeah, all of you who are here right now, be happy because because I'm a dumbass. You need no, I am not joking. Actually, you know what? I'll do this pimp just for some of my friends. But if you do want to see me and Celadon and Blue Elf being even more insane than Jade is allowing me, you can go to if you Google or if you go into YouTube and you look for Scribble Liz. Scribble Liz is the person who uploads the raids that I run and that Kel and Blue Elf, Darian is his character name, are a part of. So if you want to see our insanity, go for it. I just warning, we're a little more rough around the edges.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, bye. Oh, there you go. Blue Elf dropped it in there.
Blue Elf actually can put links in chat. Very few people have that.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have the little wrench.
Actually, you need to actual auth. You actually need to auth people directly, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought it was just mods.
I think the only people I've actually authed directly are Blue Elf and Sapphire. Yeah.
If you want a recommendation, I've always been told the Thornton battles. That's the one that everybody seems to really like.
You know, I think I'm gonna scrap this video, but I kind of want to read some of these bits.
Oh, is this a plan for a video?
Yeah, this is an outline for a video I was gonna do on video games on art. And some of these bits are really good.
Oh, well, even a quick aside by the man himself.
Yep, Chad Powerton was going to cameo in it.
Oh man, I'm kind of sad that I'm gonna miss this video.
Honestly, the biggest reason I'm not going to make it is because I can't find the actual source that the entire bloody video is based on.
Oh, really? Oh.
I can't find the reference to because I need to source the backbone of it, because the big thing with games not being art, what is that? For one of the definitions of art, there's many definitions of art, I know this, but one of the more common definitions of art is the ability for multiple people to have to experience the same same thing, and then walk away with different interpretations of it. It's that sort of having a static reference point for consideration and for
So kind of like when people run away when I take off my shirt.
Sure.
Yeah, that people all have the same feeling going away from it with different interpretations.
Sure.
Yeah.
Away. So I was gonna open it up with, video games are not art, and then just immediately cue. Actually, I actually got the sound file I was going to use.
Uh-oh. We're going deep into the archives here. Can they hear that?
Yeah, desktop audio is piped.
Oh, okay.
They can hear it better than we can.
Well, and just so you know, I was part of that crowd. When Jade originally told me the idea for this video, I simply said, well, I guess we will agree to disagree.
Yeah. Like, going into that, like, give me 2 minutes. Some say that say that anything that can create emotions is art. But gas station sushi will create emotions in about an hour from now, and it's not art. Other people will say that anything that is made by expressing emotion can be considered art. This dismisses advertising or NFTs as art. But an hour after you eat that gas station sushi, you're going to be expressing with emotion, and that still doesn't count. It's a good line. It's just a good line.
I will say though, I don't hear many poop jokes from you, and this is probably the most highbrow poop joke I've seen in a very long time.
I'm proud of that fact.
Yeah.
I am very proud of that fact.
It's kind of hard to write a highbrow poop joke.
It is.
And here you are, defying the odds.
Yeah, and
we're just gonna go with that, defying the odds.
Going into, like, I'm not here to say, I'm not here to go into the difference between art, artistic, artsy. These are all, a bunch of very deep things. Those are more philosophical questions, and I'm not philosophy tube. Look at her, she's beautiful. I can't compete with that.
She's got a lot of costumes too.
Mm-hmm. She's fantastic. Then at the beginning I said, give me 2 minutes, and then after 2 minutes in, Chad Powerton was going to interrupt with the argument that I've seen so many times of, bro, video games are art. Haven't you played Stanley Parable? Like that kind of argument. It's like, yeah, that's not actually a counter argument. That's actually the entire point. Is the Stanley Parable is a perfect example of not being art, because everybody who plays Stanley Parable has their own unique experience. The final. The ending of the thesis of the video is going to be games are not art, they're better.
Yeah.
But because of that, like,
yeah.
It's not art because two people are having different experiences in the same on the same medium, on the same piece. Whereas if with a movie or with a book, yeah. See, this is part of what the definition of what it means to be art. Look, Dad, my degree is useful. Well, no, that's not the best part. Then later, like near the end of this stream, I'm talking about how there's so many different definitions of art, and that nobody can really agree on what they are. Never mind.
Fair cop.
But yeah, everybody who reads a book sees the words in the same order. Reading the book and having a different reaction to the same baseline experience is part of what can make it art. And like, are streams art? Well, yes, mine are. You should definitely go watch my streams. They're absolutely art.
Look at this shining lizard. Oh,
Blue Elf. I'm gonna say this to you, Blue Elf. If you can find the source of that art definition, I need the source. The whole reason I'm scrapping the video is I look and I cannot find the source, and I know that was in multiple of my college art books too. I have a degree in art. I have a degree in literal fine art. I don't remember who said that. It was like one of the big people who like made opinions.
I mean, you may have a degree, but I have a body in fine art. Just saying.
You're not lying, but okay.
Yeah. Also fun stuff. Good thing you. Oh.
But no, that's gonna finish talking about this thing.
All right, there you go.
But yeah, like there actually is an argument to be made that a stream is experienced the same way by everybody, whereas the game itself is not. Huh?
Okay, good.
What?
No, nothing.
What?
Nothing happened.
What's
Go.
going on?
I'm just playing with your fuzzy balls.
Stop that.
It's a koosh. It's really fuzzy.
It's true. But yeah, the other thing I was going to mention is that I asked 5 people who their first boss was in Elden Ring, and I got 4 different answers. And one of the answers was a boss that who had been playing for 100 hours through the game and been fairly thorough, had never found. That was when I actually went back to and did in the Chad Powerton episode, because it was an early game boss that I was ridiculously overleveled for. It's like, oh, I never found that cave.
Just kind of walked right by it. That's what I think is Elden Ring's real triumph, that you can just go and explore, and everywhere there is something to find, unlike something like a Bethesda game where it's just like, oh hey, you just have a task list and your map, and you just go from point to point to point to point. Oh hey, yeah, there's the fan art of Kel with the dogs. Yep, Kel sent the fan art privately to Jade.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was telling.
I'm gonna bring it up on stream so everybody can see it.
Yeah, but I'm making a prelude.
See?
There's Kel in the middle with all the doggies. I gotta say, Yamper, I loved Yamper.
Yamper's top tier.
Yeah, especially because literally, if you missed with a Pokeball, Yamper would bring it back, and you could just play fetch with Yamper. And I loved that part.
I mean, Lucario is pretty good too, but anyways, okay.
So, fun fact, Jade actually, oh, there you go.
John Dewey, is that?
John Denver? I think he was a singer.
Yo, I think that is it.
Dang, Blue Elf with the skills, man.
Blue Elf backing up that.
Yeah, seriously, he found that in what, a minute or two?
Okay, that streams that video is back online.
Yeah, sweet.
I'm gonna start editing that the moment we're back from the convention.
Good night, Cal.
Night, Cal.
But fun story about the beginning thesis of that of the Stanley Parable. I had originally played that, and I loved every second of it. And I sat Jade down, and I was like, Jade, I have installed the game on your computer, and you're now going to go play it. And Jade...
This is not the first time this has happened, mind you.
Yes. And Jade gave me an attitude of, I don't wanna, and just, yeah. And just this, like, I don't understand. What is going on with this game? And I was like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll leave you to it. And Jay was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I'm sure they were planning on closing the game as soon as I got up. But they decided to finish that the first playthrough, the Stanley Parable. And when I woke up the next morning, I went downstairs to where Jade was at their computer. Jade looks up at me and goes, I haven't slept. I've been playing the Stanley Parable all night. This is amazing.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, thank you.
And I was supposed to be up all night playing Final Fantasy XI, not Stanley Parable.
I was like, yes, this is definitely a game you needed to play. It's so much fun, but you just have to sit down and do it.
I'm just so glad, because I was genuinely looking for this paper as, the definition of art, and I had genuinely been looking for that for a hot minute, and it's like, I know that's a thing, because like Blue Elf says, that's half of art college that gets jammed into your brain mind. Thank you. I have no idea if that's actually keeping actually on mic.
What's that? Is it? Yeah, it looks like it is.
A little.
A little. Ugh.
I like that sushi joke. It's a good one.
The sushi joke?
The gas station sushi joke.
Oh, yeah. Just so you all know, Jade has told me that gas station sushi joke a total of 3 times now.
True, I'm proud of it.
Yeah, I can always tell what Jade is proud of, because I will hear it at least 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
There was that dog picture you sent me 3 times. Just this trip. You sent me it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't.
None. We may never know, actually.
Yeah, well, that's probably for the best. The remake, but it was a few years ago. But although now I can go and get that achievement in the Stanley Parable, because there was one achievement that was like, stop playing the Stanley Parable for 10 years. And now you can go and get that achievement, because I stopped playing it, and now I can go back in and play it and get that achievement. You think I'm joking, but that's really there.
No, I believe you. I'm taking them the last time I played. Played in 2017, apparently.
Well, then you don't want to reset your time. You gotta wait till 2027 now.
Okay, I mean, I will.
Fair enough. Ugh.
Yo, apparently there's been a mod for Final Fantasy IX that actually like makes it much more playable.
Okay, you're gonna need to.
You don't have to wait 60 seconds on the beginning of every battle for as the camera pans around.
Oh, okay, yeah, the game is not playable.
I love 9, but oof, it's just.
No, Tizzy, yeah, you can do that, but it just...
That's not in the spirit.
It's not in the spirit of it.
9 was nice as is, but my goodness, having to wait, like, I think it was unironically, like, 40 seconds before each fight, because it was a PS1 game. That's the thing that's so easy to forget, because the graphics of 9 are so good, it feels like a PS2 game. That was a PlayStation 1 game. That was the same hardware that the original Final Fantasy VII was on in that game. Can we all collectively agree that Final Fantasy VII looked like butts? Like, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying that the game came out on PlayStation 1 was not pretty.
I disagree. There were some venues in there. Like, yeah, sure. If you zoomed in on Cloud's old model, he looks like really blocky and weird. But I mean, having transition screens where elevators rose, and that was revolutionary for that time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like parallax. It was like parallax scrolling on the Nintendo. Everybody just blew their mind.
You know what I just realized? For these past 3 streams, people actually tell how much taller you are by watching my eye lines.
Yes. Sometimes I've been standing up because the stool is sweaty because my butt is sweaty. And just in case everybody needed an update on my butt.
There it is.
Yep, there it is.
And we lost half our viewer count.
Oh, you know what? Good. My butt's sweaty, that's why.
Reasonable. Yeah.
Wow, it really just hit 0. Like, wow.
Oh, no, that'll happen. That'll fix it in a few moments.
Oh, okay. What sweat level are we talking about? All right. Have you ever been to Louisiana? And
So
that's
anyway,
how sweaty my butt was. So, now that we got that update out of the way,
Yep, anywho. I'm gonna abuse the heck out of that button in the future.
yeah, it's a great button, and I'm glad that I thought of it.
You inspired it, you mean?
You wouldn't believe the amount of things my mouth has inspired. Jade went for the button again.
I'm just hanging my head in shame now. Why is this a stream? What are we doing?
Oh, please. You knew exactly what you were in for. You wanted this. You signed up for this when we started being friends.
This is not AMA, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is an AMA, but it's more Jack says whatever the heck comes to Jack's mind.
True.
Which honestly is...
It's terrifying.
It's a dice roll.
Oh, yeah.
So, 2 cows are out in a field. One cow says to the other, "Man, I'm really worried about this mad cow disease." The other cow looks back and says, "What do I care? I'm a helicopter."
I thought the other one said, "Holy crap, a talking cow."
I don't know. I like the helicopter part
Yeah,
better.
fair enough.
But I think that it was the muffins that talked.
Was oh,
Talking muffins.
I
That's
see.
much more non sequitur.
So one of my favorite jokes is definitely the Houdini joke. Did you know that for a large part of his career, every single one of Houdini's acts involved a trapdoor? It was the stage he was going through. Look, I think it's funny. No! No! I've been being beaten! Help! Help!
Don't worry, Blue Elf. I used the chancla on them. They felt the sting of justice.
Terrifying.
So, Stockboy was in the meat section, filling up things. Lady comes by, sees the chickens, and lady turns to Stockboy and says, "Hey, do these chickens get any larger?" And Stockboy looks back at her and says, "No, ma'am, they're dead."
That's a good one. Bravo.
Why, thank you. I try.
Another good one is, did you hear about the kid who strained himself by running through a screen door?
Do you hear the one about the vampire? You wouldn't get the point.
It's dumb.
Yeah, it is.
Ah.
Just like the screen door. Come on, this was the part where. Oh, well, I almost got a cush to the face. This is the part where we were telling dumb jokes. That's the whole point.
After so many years, Einstein finally finished his grand theory about about relativity. It was about time too.
Yep. Oh gosh, we need a 4-year-old so we can have a laugh track.
I need to download a laugh track. I need my own laugh track. That's what I need.
Yeah. You need
That
your own
way-
laugh track, your own boo track.
Ooh, cousin.
Hold on. Here, let's say here. That was the sound of Jade's wrist being slapped.
True, actually. You're supposed to use another sound. You're not actually supposed to do that.
Too bad. That's how it
You're
goes.
supposed to make it a bit.
You weren't supposed to spank me. Oh! Jade, breathe. Breathe, Jade. No, don't hit me with that again. Breathe. Woosa. Woosa. Just
How dare! How dare you!
wow, your face is really red. Like really red.
How
It's
dare you!
too bad Sapphire's not here.
Oh, good grief! Quick, hide the bod. When we were talking about video games, that was cool. So video games.
So, video games. Hottest video game character.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
Jeez. That's a really hard one. I don't know, because the... Jeez.
Drake from Uncharted.
I've never actually played the Uncharted games, but he is easy on my eyes, not gonna lie. So are a lot of the characters in Valorant.
Yes, you can commend Jak for the abuse.
No.
Yeah, this is what Jak does.
No.
Yeah. I'm not letting you go on this one yet. You know, I thought you would have busted out with, like, Terra almost instantly.
No, not Terra. I mean...
She's pretty easy on the eyes, too.
Yeah, true, but, like... There's also, like, the respect thing, because she's Arrow Ace, so, like, you know...
Although, so recently, Square has announced a really big figure of Terra.
Yes.
Of like it was like 200. No, it was over $1,000.
Yeah, yeah.
And
it was like 6.
Or was it 6,000?
Like 6K.
Oh wow.
But
But
like a meter tall.
I know, and it was so gorgeous. But I could not get over the fact that one of the preview pictures was Terra climbing out of the front of the little walking mech, brandishing her sword, like, drive me closer, I want to stab them.
Yeah.
Terra, calm the heck down.
Well, that's Amano's original art, or was that?
I know.
Yeah.
It still looks kind of silly.
I think it's awesome.
Blue Elf. Blue Elf sells Shiva, obviously. Zelda. Oh, you mean that green guy from the games?
I will definitely give a shout out to Zelda, but the Zelda that's represented in A Link to the Past and all the other things off that. Basically, Smash 4 Zelda is I think the prettiest Zelda.
No, I'm gonna have to disagree.
Aside from Sheik, obviously Sheik.
Breath of the Wild Zelda.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild Zelda is gorgeous, especially in that one scene where you just get the full cake.
I mean, the thing is, if I'm going to say Breath of the Wild, I'm going to say Link. Link is incredibly hot. Breath of the Wild, though.
Alright, I'll believe that.
If we're going to go with Zelda, though, Breath of the Wild Zelda is my favorite Zelda personality-wise, but I don't think the prettiest Zelda.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that would go to Sheik, but yeah.
But overall, come on.
I don't know. Celis is definitely up there. I wouldn't say Terra because of the moral respect thing I was saying before, but
yeah,
Celis is has that beauty in that charm.
Twilight Princess had, had some really great character designs, but like I'm towing a line here because there was like most of the time you spent with Imp, Edna, and a wolf, so it gets ya by pretty quickly for Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess was a really pretty game, but not the best gameplay wise. So many of the items were like literally just use it one time and you're done with it.
Which is a shame.
Remember that one gear that you can slot into a wheel?
Alright, Radar, just for you. We give the pats. What a cute kobold. What a cute kobold. What a cute kobold. Betty rubs. Have you belly rubbed a kobold? I have.
True. I still have that one message from Bilgasarme pinned.
LMAO. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Oh, Radar had a question earlier on.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh, no, before the stream. But I was
Oh.
going to wait until they were here to actually ask it. Was, Well, I'll ask you, what's your favorite Marvel character?
Oh, my favorite Marvel character?
Mine is a known quantity.
It's tough to say. I've always been kind of partial to Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I always, like, my dad and I actually were very big into Spider-Man. Marvel as well. We actually named our dog after Thor. Yeah, we called him Thor the Thunder Dog. And but I gotta say, Spider-Man's probably my favorite. Although the movie edition of Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord just is absolutely excellent. And
yeah.
the Guardians of the Galaxy movies have been some of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
They're real good. They are real good.
Yeah.
For Marvel, mine is Squirrel Girl, no contest.
Oh yeah.
Squirrel Girl is
Oh, I knew this a long time ago.
fantastic character, and when written well, especially the Ryan North comics, she's genuinely interesting. It's sort of like that whole One Punch Man thing, where is she going to win isn't the actual question. It's how is she going to balance all these other things, and how is she going to be able to deal with like these other conflicts. It's not, is Squirrel Girl going to beat up the monsters? Like, yes, of course she is, but when written well, which she usually is, Squirrel Girl is my favorite character by far. As far as, but the question that I was asked was DC character.
Yeah, well, yeah. Who's your favorite? Jade seems like Plastic Man. Plastic Man, wasn't he a joke character? Like to go along with Mr. Fantastic?
I think so. I don't know. So for DC, I have a lot of mixed opinions, because like there are some characters who I like Harley, but Harley has changed so much to situations where I
which Harley?
Exactly. Like, I love Batman animated series Harley, but every other incarnation of her I absolutely loathe, and I haven't even read any of the comics with her. And like, other characters like like Poison Ivy or like Hawkeye was DC, right?
Hawkeye. No,
Green
Hawkeye
Arrow.
is Green Arrow is DC.
Yeah, Green Arrow was a cool character, but like, I think consistently across all the media I've seen, non-meme answer is Aquaman. Batman, Brave and the Bold, Aquaman steals the show. He steals the show from Batman. That's saying something.
I mean, I grew up with Batman the Animated Series, so I'm going to be really basic and say, like the Joker, because Mark Hamill's amazing.
For the love of belly rubs, Jason Momoa. Jeez! Like, mm-hmm.
Who was the actress that played Harley Quinn in the most recent Suicide Squad?
I have no idea.
All I know is...
My brain is nothing but Jason Momoa right now.
Yeah, all I know is, like, Jason Momoa for you is Harley Quinn for me, because, man, that actress really, really pulled that off. Mr. Fantastic is not the joke character. I thought Plastic Man, because he wasn't, like, he was able to transform himself anything. He's like...
But, like... And I also like the versions of Aquaman where he can't command fish and control them, but instead he can order them as their king. The fact where it's not that he controls fish, it's the fact that, he is their king and he asks them to do it under his command. Like, that distinction, which only some of the comics do, some of the comics don't, but I like that distinction where Aquaman is not controlling mindless fish like puppets, but rather asking them as their liege to do. I like that.
I'm gonna go with, because it's always cooler to lose a hand. See Luke Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Aquaman, I always had this same problem that I call it the Airwolf problem. For those of you who don't know, Airwolf was a very old television show where it was about this helicopter that could turn into a jet and speed around. So every single episode, they had to have some sort of conflict that you could solve with a helicopter that turns into a jet. And much the same problem with Aquaman. A lot of Aquaman's main powers had to do with the water. So you always had to have some sort of reason to turn the story towards large bodies of water, a lake or an ocean or something.
Not always. A lot of the times that Aquaman's in Brave and the Bold, he's just there as
Just a strong guy.
He's just a strong guy with an amazing personality. Like, yeah, like they actually don't put him in the water nearly as much. Like to the point where I think they actually joke that he's in the water and he's like, oh, okay, and then he like solves the problem instantly, and it's like,
oh yeah, by the way, I'm Aquaman.
Yeah.
This is my home.
It's like, yeah, why do you think there aren't any other supervillains in the water? Because I do my job.
Zombie shark. Actually, that sounds pretty metal.
Oh, dude.
Wait.
And yeah, that's fair enough, Blue Elf. It is. But Jason Momoa though.
Yeah, and you're right. Ash from Evil Dead is a better example. Ash from Evil Dead is one of my heroes, and I actually did not know, but they actually continued that series. They continued that series in two different ways, and I love both of them. They continued straight up with a, I think it was Netflix. They threw on Evil Dead, and they grabbed Bruce Campbell in for it. And they also made another movie with Bruce Campbell. It was a small town that's being overrun by zombies. And so they kidnap Bruce Campbell, thinking that he's some sort of great zombie slayer because of all the movies he's been in. And the entire movie is him trying to convince them that he's just an actor and trying to survive. The movie is called My Name is Bruce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, yeah. Are you talking about My Name is Bruce? Right there.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that movie.
What are we at time mark? It's been 3 hours.
Yeah. I have really got to drop the kids off at the pool.
This seems like a good time to call stream anyways. Thank you, friends, for joining this absolute travesty of a stream.
We're gonna hide the stream and pretend it never happened.
I will see you all after the convention on next Monday. We'll be going back into Elden Ring, and we can look forward to a bunch of videos about game design and development. And look forward to that. Cheers, friends.
Bye.